So because we have Farmer Torben online, and Father Torben is, Farmer Torben is bored, I thought we'll have to show him some berries. Berry progress. It's raining though. Whew, the yard is really soggy. There we go. Berry progress. Now Alex is going to be here. One of my daughters is going to be here on the 5th. And I told her we won't pick them until she gets here. They're looking really, 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 really red though. Lots and lots of them back there. And the raspberries are coming along too. They've really gotten much more advanced in the last week. But the ones around the village have more direct sunlight, so they're doing much better. But yep, no, so the kids will be feeding themselves well this week. There's some more. But here we are. I don't eat them, but my kids will. And the waterfalls are back in full force. I just have to go backwards a bit. Nope, can't see it from here. Gotta move over. There we go. That's just one of the little waterfalls, though the big one is way over, but we can look at it from the desk or from the deck. And then a little bit spookier up the mountain. The clouds are starting to fall. And there's a lot of moss on the roof. We don't need to talk about that. That's why we're renting. And there's some more berries. Ta-da! I don't think we can eat these though. I can't remember. But anyway, those are looking more and more red. So, yep, little adventurous this week. And by the way, there is a super amount of water at the end of our driveway, I noticed, because as I walked over here, it was... my feet went down a couple of feet. No avalanches, though. I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting avalanches. But maybe there's another little waterfall you can see up here if I put it down a second. Oop, if it doesn't fall forward, you can see it anyway. Let's see. Can't zoom. My screen is getting too wet. Oh, there we go. You see one up there? It's kind of hard to see. It's a little bit oop, up, up, up. Should be one right behind the trees there. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. The waterfall. You see the thing on the ground there. Sorry, I hit the, not only did it fall down, but it muted the phone. So that's what we get for trying to hang outside in the rain with the wet grass. I thought maybe the phone could stay on the stand, but nope, it just. So let's go inside and see what Karl's doing. He is officially on sick leave, but he'll be back again, I think, after Wednesday. Doctor says You have a bad cough. But doesn't expect it to be more than anything normal. So it's just that he can't guide when he doesn't have a voice. So this means this week on Monday, who was going to hold a lecture? No Greg, no Karl. So I had to hold a lecture. Nailed it. Anyway, I can't remember the last time I held a lecture. So I had to hold a lecture because some people weren't there to do their job. And I have to hold another one tomorrow. But it was more about textiles was the lecture. But no, actually, it went really well, and it was a good. Let's see, I'll put that up here so you can see. It was a good precursor to the needle binding festival that we're going to have in November, because I have to give a lecture therein as well. Only, to be honest, I gotta say, I think the needle binding lecture is going to be a bit more difficult than this one, because this one I give I'm talking to cruise ship people. Who are very interested in the Viking age, etc. But in November, then it's Sally Pointer, Ann Decker, and Ingela Anderson, and these three know way more about needle binding than I do. So, but I'll show you wool anyway, and we'll go through with that. So, Karl is geeking out on the computer over there. I'm going to move my computer. Say hello to a few people and go straight into Nalbinding today a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so Torben, like I said, he was a little lonely apparently. He logged in early. I tried to get it made earlier as possible because somebody wanted to know if I could schedule it in advance so that she could put it on her calendar, but I'm not that organized and it's been busy at work. So I got it up a little bit earlier than normal, but still not early enough. But anyway, Torben was apparently ready, because he's had a whole conversation with himself, and it goes something like this. First? Yes, first. So how's it hanging? Oh, good, thank you. And yourself? Any action in the fruit garden? Torben? He says, good morning. I suppose, a bit hangry. Any new necrons, Torben? Plenty. I'm living in my car now. I also ordered some death guards. Death guards, you say? Yes, I say. Well, see you later. I have to go and shoot some pesky caravanners shitting on my land. Bye. Bye. Oh, finally, he left. He never shuts up. Then in comes Albert. Hello, Torben. Are you lonely? Me? No, never, says Torben. Yes, Torben, you were the first one today. And then I'm really with the program today. So I'm looking at it going, well, he's not the only one on there. I see Albert, but there's 3 people. Who's the third person? And then it was like, I am. L for love. Then I see we've got, Torben says he's also bought 4 liters of tonic water. He thinks that'll probably do for tomorrow. So gin and tonic it is, I see, for the weekend for Torben. Albert has, he bought one of the 750 milliliter bottles of Duvel and Sheen Malmstrom. Karl, did you have the Sheen Malmstrom?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
No, but I do have to go to Voss tomorrow. Or no, not in Voss tomorrow, but the 3rd. So maybe we can find you some Duvel 750 milliliter. I don't know if I can be asked to walk that extra distance for you, though. Especially when we have to go back to Voss 2 days later. Let's see. Then Anne Moreau shows up. Hello, Anne Moreau. Anne Moreau had a birthday this week, by the way. Happy birthday to you. And then Sandy shows up. I see Jen is on the menu in the chat. Not wrong. Sandy, I saw pictures. Yeah, there we go. She says, I'm having vodka spiked with Earl Grey tea. That sounds actually quite good. Vodka spiked Earl Grey tea. I'm frequently slow in processing stuff, Torben. But I saw you smacked up your leg or something, Sandy, so you probably earned that spiked Earl Grey tea. And then PJ comes in. PJ's pictures are looking great. I have to show you some of those too. She says, I can't stay for long. I was doing an online art thing, and now I need to go and water my allotment. Oh, we got plenty of rain here we can send you. Let's see, turn this way a little bit, and then I can show the Let's see what else do we have here. Torben says the vodka spiked Earl Grey bold. Does that drink have a name? If not, I hereby baptize it the Spy. And apparently Sandy likes it, so they're in cahoots now. Let's see who else is here. Robin's back. Robin, we all miss you in Gudvangen. It's weird having you not here in July. Well, actually, now it's August, so you have to come. Robert Reynolds is here. Afternoon all, just getting logged in on the PC, he says. Torben looking for some conversation other than kids laugh out loud. He's not wrong there. Okay, so anyway, I have some needle binding to show you too. But first, let's show you PJ's. We have a new stitch. It's Stutby today. But let's show you what PJ did here. I showed you that she finished the picture of Fuzzy, Alex's cat. She said, this is as far as I can go with it, as the screenshot doesn't have any more body. Also, I ran out of layers, so I need to get better paper. My kid absolutely loved this. So let's see if I can get it there. Look at that. It looks so good. Anyway, and Alex says it's absolutely amazing. She loves it. We're going to have to print that one out for her. Robin says, believe me, I've been missing being there too. I've been home plant dyeing it. I've been at home plant dyeing. See, you should be plant dyeing in the village and then trying to figure out how you're going to get it all home with you. No, she's absolutely amazing, but it looks just like Fuzzy, who's somewhere hiding. Torben sent a photo too, not to be outdone. I saw Torben was having some interesting conversations with Karl earlier this week. What was it about? The one that you death guards or something stupid. Torben was messaging you earlier this week, and you showed me a whole conversation.
He's buying death guard.
He's buying death guards. Yeah, okay, then I was right. So that means absolutely nothing to me except for Warhammer. But I know he was. They were talking about who was going to kill who in the game. Let's see, I have to find the one on PJ's page, though. This thing is amazing.
Orcs will need rubber gloves, COVID masks, and social distancing.
His orcs will need rubber gloves, COVID masks, and social distancing. It's taking a second to load here. Let's see, there we go. Oh. PJ's book is out, too. The followers, I have to show that one, too. Let's see if I can zoom. There we go. The followers of, it's like extremely zoomed here though. The followers of Ishfallen, is that, do I say that, or Isilfallen? It's a little hard to see in the picture there. But one is up, yay! And more pictures too. There's the other one, Dreadthorns in Arianta. Reciters of Kandar, Volume 2. And there's another book, The Crystals of Arims. So anyway, those you have to see. Let's see. That's one she's been working on a lot. Ooh, Robert sent a photo as well I have to show. There we go. And then there was a little bit further somewhere. I saw a picture of a lady. Or maybe it wasn't on this page. It might be on a different page. Anyway, can't find it right now, but it was amazing. PJ said that was one a few years ago. I did the Reciters Volume 4 last year. Okay. And her new book is not out until December. Okay. Torben says, oi, butcha the black orc. 1 meter apart, please. Didn't we used to say that at COVID? 6 feet back, mother. Okay, then I have to show you Torben's photo here. Oh, no, first I got to show you the picture of what we did today. I did. That is what 6 kilos of strawberry looks like. Farmer boy Torben probably is aware of this. There's a farm that grows these in Aurland, and they're at the end of their season. So now they're picking them for you up to and selling them 6 kilo at a time. for, I think we paid 400 kroner. Anyway, but someone at work wanted some too, so she goes out to get them, and I threw money at her to go and pick up one for my kids and I. I don't like strawberries, but they smelled so good. Everybody that walked by in the office ended up grabbing a bunch. Greg wanted to buy a whole basket off of it for that price. But the good news is Liga is going to probably go on Monday, so maybe we'll send her to get some more. But the idea is Cecilia and Alex can eat as much as these want, and when they start to get a little bit old, then I'm going to have to throw them in the freezer and use them for smoothies, because that way I will actually eat them. What?
Cecilia and Alex can eat as much as I want, but when I get a little bit older, I have to throw them in the freezer and use them for smoothies.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to use Cecilia and Alex for smoothies. Sicko! I didn't even think of the way that sounded. Carl's giggling with mirth over there. What? You don't like strawberries? No, Sandy, I'm so sorry. I don't like any berries, actually. They're too sweet. But I don't actually like yogurt either. But I found out if I mixed yogurt and the berries together with some other things, banana, apple juice, whatever, and oatmeal, maybe I can make a smoothie that I will actually eat. So there's a way for me to trick myself. PJ says, I PM'd you the woman's portrait. I'm quite pleased with that one. Oh, yeah, you got to see this. Okay, hang on a second. You can stare at my nose for a minute. There it is. Look how cool that turned out. Is that pencil or is it chalk? It's absolutely amazing. It almost looks like a painting or a picture even. Just like a straight, almost like a photograph. It's done so well. But yeah, that one was the one I was looking for, because that one you should be really, really pleased with. It looks great. PJ says strawberries are lovely if properly ripe. Yeah, they do smell really, really good. It's the end of the season for the strawberries now, so that's why the farmer's offloading them like mad. They used to have where you could go and pick them yourselves, but now because so people don't trample on them, etc., they're picking them and having people book ahead of time if they want to pick up a box. Sandy says, I need to get into the smoothie thing. Might help my food issues. Well, it's helping with mine because it gets me to eat stuff I don't like. And I'm a very picky eater because I'm American, so. PJ says it's done in Procreate, so the brushes are digital. Oh, wow. Oh, it looks absolutely amazing. My kids are doing something called Art Fight, which is actually, I think, officially done now. It's only in July every year. But you can, you make a bunch of characters in your art program. I should show you what that looks like, actually. Let's see. Oh, turning it around again. I went the other way. Art Fight. It's worldwide weight here. But I don't know if you know what this is, but it's kind of cool. It's a lot of kids on there, apparently. But you make pictures of your characters. I threw some sheep in there. Why am I not finding that? Let's see. There it starts to go. It does look like the girl in the Queen's Gambit, Robert. I think you're absolutely right. An Art Grow I was in was doing that. Was doing that. I've never heard of it before. An art group, yeah. It's, let's see if I can find it here. I do have some lag issues though, so because of the rainy weather. And also because I'm streaming on the same link, and it's just a telephone link. This might be too hard to find, but anyway, I can look up after a little bit. So while that's loading, let's see what Torben sent here. Hang on a sec. There we go. Wait, my water is done over there. I told Karl to watch my tea, but it's going to boil over in a second. Let's see. Oh, actually, no, we get back to Torben. We go to Robert first because his is in the picture theme. There we go. That one's from Robert, who said to PJ, I don't do well with color, PJ. I prefer working with pencil or black ink unless it's part of calligraphy. But it looks amazing. All right, Karl's outside and ignoring my boiling water on the stove. So I am going to let you stare at the sheep for a second while I go and get my tea before there's no water left in the pot. there's pretty much no water left in the pot. So I will make Karl get it in a minute. That looks really cool. It kind of looks like our Sigurd there if his horns were a little bit longer. Okay, then we got to find Torben's. Let's see there. Oh my gosh, my computer's slow. I think it's also a disk space issue, to be honest. Thinking. The art fight didn't work for some reason. The art fight one, you just draw a picture of your characters, but you can also redraw somebody else's character in your own way, and send it back to them. So you're kind of like attacking them with their own art, and then they can get revenge and attack back. Let's see. Try again here to get this to load. Karl, you forgot about my tea water. Yeah, but now you gotta let it heat up again because it was almost all boiled away. There's a bit more humidity in this house than there was a little bit ago. Look at the windows. Let's see. Oh, my phone, for some reason, doesn't seem to want to recognize it. Oh, it's trying to connect to Karl. Karl, my computer's connecting. I can't figure out why it's not loading. And then it's because he went out of the house to go and ruin his lungs some more. And then... yeah. Come closer to my computer, Karl. Apparently my computer's connected to you.
Okay.
Come closer, girl. Come on. You can do it.
Just need to pick up a bear.
He's making me wait for beer. All right. PJ says, I'm working on another pastel cat picture. I did a pencil picture a few days ago, and... that people keep thinking is Jesus. It's not. Robert says, so is Donald Trump. Then PJ, laugh out loud. I think okay. Now if you're a little bit closer, maybe it'll load. I don't know. Where's your phone? Your phone's right there. I think I'm just going to disconnect from you. Connect on my own phone here to see if that helps. No, it stopped anyway.
Sometimes it turns off lights on.
No, it wouldn't load. Okay. There we go. This is the portrait of Jesus, by the way. It's not Jesus, she says. You have to go get my tea now, though. You can't sit down. Because now I can hear it boiling, and I want tea. Do you know why? Because somebody gave me some tea, and he said it's for mental health. And I might be a little stressed, so I have this tea that I have to try, by the way. We'll put it next to Jesus over here. Maire Teha. I had to kind of laugh at this because I have no idea how you pronounce it, but it's Latvian, by the way. Relaxing tea. But if you pronounce Maire like you would in Ninoshk or whatever, it's like more tea. So this one I'll try today. Yeah, I just need the tea water. For those of you who can read, it says, power of nature in every cup of tea. I am ready. Made in Latvia. Okay. I might need some mental health tea too, says Sandy. Just a second. I have to put it in a... You don't have a thing to put it on.
It's basically opium and Prozac.
Absolutely. It's what? Opium and...
Prozac.
Opium and Prozac. Yeah, no, maybe not that. It's actually quite cool looking. Flowers. I'm making Karl hold this hot pot over the keyboard. Can you tilt it so I can touch it? No, I can't hold it. That's too hot. That's too hot. Jesus. You are holding the handle. I can't reach the handle. There you go. Try to just pour it in there a little bit. Let's see. Making Karl do my tea. He can't see crap. This is not going to end well. Next time you have to bring a hot pad or something to put it on.
I can't see anything, so you have to tell me. Ah, ha, ha.
And the cat jumped on his back. You ever have one of these Karls in your house? You might be getting closer to it. Oh, there it is. I can see water level. Okay, there we go. We're good. Look how pretty. I see dandelions and things. Do we have a tea kettle? Well, we did until somebody, I don't know, maybe myself, tried to bring a huge tarp into the house and knocked it over and broke it. So we're using this pot. But Karl has a cat on his back. There he is. There's the Karl with the cat on his back.
She's hanging on.
I'm going to enjoy this tea. Now wait till he sits down and I'll ask him for something else. How you doing, Karl?
Mm.
What did the doctor say?
Say I should drink things that are not tea and coffee.
So, and how are you going to do this? I thought that was weird. I would have thought for sure tea and coffee, but you're going to have a Hansa, the hand one. Hond.
Yeah, it's not tea or coffee.
No. Okay, hang on a minute. I'll show it the right way here. I'm putting my mental health tea over here. Okay. All right, this is what he's having. Hello, Karl. Welcome to the group, says Torben. This is what he's having. Whoops, gotta turn it down. Hond. Bryggeriet. Dark Inception 4. So, winter espresso. This sounds like something I would like, actually. But what happened to Dark Inception 3, 2, and 1?
Not sure.
I'm not really sure either, but this will be... There's the hand.
Number 4.
And then... Barrel aged. You seem to be doing really well with barrel aged things lately, Karl. Dark Inception 4 is a winter espresso coffee variant of our bourbon barrel aged stout. You don't do well with those lately either, actually. The coffee was roasted by our friends at Solberg and Hansen. There's the thumbprint. So now you see how that works. Ingredients: water, malted barley, oat, malt, sugar, coffee, hops, yeast, water. 12.5% alcohol. This should be interesting. And it even shows a little whiskey barrel there. Whiskey beer, whiskey something. There you go. You can get 2 kroner for the can, 1 kroner in Sweden. In California, you can even get a cash refund. Huh. Product of Norway. All right. There you go, Karl. You can have that. I want to see if I can slide the computer somewhere. We have to show Torben's message to you, too. Because I think Torben sent you some greetings with love here. Oh, there's the kitty. Sorry, we're waiting for the cat first. This one's cute too. Kitty. It looks better on the straight up than it does through my computer because my computer's removed a little bit of detail here through the phone, but it's really quite cool. Happy cats. She's so good at doing cats. I cannot do cat faces. 12.5%. Goodbye, brain cells, says Robert. Yeah, no tea or coffee, but he can have beer, she said. The doctor. I don't know about this doctor. I was telling Torben that. I'm not Torben, but Torl, my boss, that going, I don't get it. Because, I mean, I've been living off of tea and honey this whole time. Why wouldn't you have tea? And she says it might be a caffeine thing because that doctor's a quack. Because Torl always says you have to drink lots and lots and lots and lots of tea.
But how in the hell does Toril know which doctor I went to?
Uh-oh. Huh?
How does Toril know which doctor I went to?
Because I said the doctor said that he can't. The doctor.
Yeah, but it's 5 of them, and at least 4 of them.
Oh, no, she doesn't know. It's just anyone that says you can't drink tea to get better is a quack.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Anne would like to point out, coffee beer is no coffee, and surely that's what the doctor advised Karl.
Well, it's clearly beer.
But it's coffee, it said. There was coffee in there. There we go.
And strictly speaking, she didn't say I should drink no tea or coffee. She said that I should drink things that are...
These buggers are breeding and multiplying, by the way. You need to call Cecilia on your phone, Karl, because I can't call her when she's on. She can't call when I'm on YouTube. There we go. And then we get to see what he thinks about these in a moment. This is the picture. These are the things that Torben's working on right now. I mean, it's like this small little insect of a robot, big fucking blade. Small little insect of a robot, 2 big fucking blades. Small little insect of a robot, 2 big fucking blades.
This is her, right?
I don't know. You put sec. Why did you put CEC?
Probably because I misclicked, but the number is what you are asking about.
I don't know. I can't check it. I'm on my phone. Oh, wait a minute. I can actually send her a message.
I'm pretty sure it's her. I'll just...
I'm on YouTube. Okay.
Your mother is on YouTube, so
There we
she
go.
can't answer the phone. Was it anything important?
It's very important. So, Torben,
Yeah.
tell us about these things we're looking at here. These little insects with big flipping blades. Sandy says,
backpack.
I have her backpack and her iPad and her pencil thingy.
She has your backpack and your pencil thingy.
No bike, though.
And the iPad. But no bike.
Scooter, whatever the hell you want to call that motorized thing.
Or a scooter, or whatever the hell you want to call the motorized thing. She might need it, she doesn't know.
Well, you have to get it if you want it.
Well, you have to get it if you want it. When do we leave tomorrow?
Same time as normal.
Same time as normal.
You're having this conversation with at least 15 other people.
Fucking make it work.
Fucking make it work. That's my kid! Okay, well, so much for that. All right. Okay, Torben.
Bye.
You have to explain what you're looking at and why you think Karl's orcs should be afraid of these guys. These aren't death guards, are they? What are these? Osman's here. He says, by the way, those are cool. Torben says, those are the balloon and decoration committee for the Silent King's birthday party. Karl's not believing you.
Oh, I very much believe him. That's probably exactly what I are.
By the way, Sandy says, I think that doctor says that assuming you are talking about caffeinated tea and not herbal teas. That's what I was kind of thinking too. My thoughts there as well. Sandy, on the other hand, says, I was so hungover this morning due to 5 24-ounce, 8% twisted teas yesterday. You know what? I saw that in one of those cops videos, by the way, where they're sitting there and dragging people out of their car, and the people in the car are like, what? Somebody from Florida, probably. Anyway, and then they were like, oh, I see twisted tea. I see twisted tea. And I'm like, so they're drinking tea? What do you mean? And then I have to look up Google twisted tea. Oh, yeah, that's not good. What's the stitch of the month? I am ready for you. And it is Stutby. So now if you're not online, you really should be. It's backwards, right? And the color of the month is yellow. I didn't have yellow because I tend to color on mine. So I have a maize-ish looking yellow, although it looks really brown. Okay, Karl, tell us about this picture while I get my YouTube ready here. Or my my needle binding ready. Whoop, there we go. What is this now? Tell me, how are you gonna? How do they attack, and how are you going to counterattack?
Well, they are very hard to kill because in the lore they have this. They are self-repairing, extremely high technology guys. Kaifus Kane in the books are really, really afraid of these guys. So in one sequence, he is all the miners have disappeared from a moon, and he is leading some fresh troops to basically go and find out what happened. And he says something like, if you see glowing green light, we'll just run away and nuke it from orbit. And then they run into 4 fully grown gene stealers, and he basically goes, oh, thank you. Thankfully, it's just tyrannoids. It's not necrons.
Stutby is the name of the stitch. And by the way, we have a C Karin 670. I love art fights. People get so creative. They do, actually. This was awesome. I'm going to take one quick peek and see if the internet link is working a little bit better now. Art fight. There we go. Artfight.net. But it was pretty much done. My kid has 1 kid on team comedy, 1 kid on team tragedy, so I went on team mystery, so I couldn't fuck it up for them. Oh, so there you go. It's 1 day, 22 minutes, and 50 seconds left. I uploaded some pictures of my sheep. Oh, I have to log in. Let's see. There we go. So, check your saved passwords, close. Don't worry. It's okay. I wasn't worried about my profile here. There we go. I did my sheep. There's one there. I haven't done any attacks because I'm horrible. But some kids attacked me, so I thought I should show this off. Then I'm assuming everybody's a kid on here. So I made a little character sheet for Grotas. There he is. And if you're not sure what he looks like, there he is. So that was the Grotas sheep. Then I did one for Svarten. And there he is. Here's a bunch of them. And there he is, Svarten. A little bit younger there than he is now. And then I did Sigurd. There's Sigurd. There's a happy prancing Sigurd. And Sigurd. So my stuff doesn't look like anything, pretty much anything else anybody's done, but... Oh, and I did a mix of Grotas and Svarten. That one was a little mix. So I need to do more like that. That's kind of cool. Anyway, and I had some people attack me. They can choose one of my characters and make their version of it. Here's this one that somebody did. It's quite cute. Oh, thank you, Sandy. She likes them all. So this is one that one person did, and then they kind of write comments and say, oh, I love your sheep, etc., blah, blah, blah. And I should really do some more. Somebody named Chopped Mint made mine. That's why it says mint there. And then, so you kind of make them, but you do them in your own way. And then there was this one was super cute. I think this one attacked me twice. There's one is sideways, though. I'm sorry, you're just going to have to turn your whole TVs. But what I like is this one's embroidering a sheep. Which I thought was super cute. I thought there might have been two from that one. This one is by AK is my tech tech or whatever, T-Tech or something. So it was cute. Pencil drawings. Oh, there you can see it up there. AK is my T-Tech. And then this one was super cute too. I love this one too. There's another one. This was the same person, I think, that did the last one anyway. This is one where she did one and then she did another. I'm assuming they're all female because it's, you know, they're cute. But there's the one, and there's the sheep embroidering a sheep. So I thought that was kind of fun to see how they did those. But this is what the art fight was. So, and then I could go back and I could attack this person's character if I wanted to. You can see they've done a lot of, these are all the attacks that they've made on other people. And these are their characters here anyway. Some of them are filtered because you can choose if you want to see gory blood scenes or whatever. Or not anyway. But you can see all their kind of pictures and going on. But this was kind of fun. So my kids had me do this one. Uh-oh. Torben did something stupid. When the bottle opener stops working. Okay, no, I've got my tea. I've been promising we got to do some needle binding now. So I'm going to move this over there somewhere, Karl. Let's see.
Yeah, but if you're needle binding, I might go away for a
bit. But then just put it somewhere where that's not going to tip because you're stuck on a cord and you probably have to plug it back.
You know we have cats, right?
Yep, so find a good place to put it. Okay, let's see if I can turn it like that so I'm not working around the... Okay, stitch of the month is Stutby, S-T-U-T-B-Y, I believe. And it looks like this. I'm using some leftover Bologna yarn, which is kind of a greenish yellow, but we'll have to just call it yellow. But I'm also using this one, which is not the same yarn. This one is whatever the heck it was. I've plant dyed it at some point. And in this light, it does look more brown than yellow, but it's kind of like a maize yellow. So I started it there, round start. I probably started with way too many stitches or not enough. I don't know. So my start's kind of wonky, but it's just going to be a pouch. So it doesn't matter. So started like that. It looks a little different at first because of the increasing. And around here, I stopped increasing. So now it looks a bit like that. This is the right side. It is a plaited edge stitch. So it's going to have this braiding along the top edge as you're working. I probably should have done this in the other color so you could see it a bit. Oh, you can see it here. There you can see the braiding edge. Okay, but this is Finnish 1 + 2.5. And I was and then it's F1. For the Stutby stitch, I guess it has to be F1. So this is what I was telling you a little bit before about, I don't know if it was here or somewhere else. Can't remember. But that you can actually split a stitch in two. If it has a little U or O in the description or a half, it's because it's talking about a half a stitch. So 2.5 means, well, 1 + 2.5 means we're going to use 1, 2, 3, and half of this fourth one here. There. So it's on the thumb. 1 means you have 1 on your thumb in the front there like that. And then you're going to pick, if I tilt this a bit, loop, the second loop, third loop, and half of the fourth loop. So it's like a cross, but it's like a half step between Mommen or Corgan, which is 2 loops, and Broden, which is 3. It's like a half step in between. So in this case, I deliberately used a 2-ply yarn because I can split it a little bit more easily. But this one is, it's kind of a Melert color. What is Melert? Melert is like a grainy color. Anyway, so it's a little harder to see. So it wasn't the best one to show with this, but okay, F1. Notice the stitches on the edge are all going this way now. Not this way, but this way. That's because we did a plaited edge. That means this yarn is over the end loop to do that. So anyway, this is F1. Then I pick up the second, third, and half of the fourth loop there. You just split it right in two. So sometimes if you ever want a sharp needle, this is when you would use it. Then you go through the first loop that way again, and then you go under the working yarn. That's what makes the plaited edge. And then take the old one off, leave the new one on. So F1, pick up the second, third, and split the fourth loop in two. When I'll show it again when I'm back onto that yarn, so it shows a little bit easier to see. That is all Stutby is. F1, and then finish stitch 1 plus 1, 2 and a half. This is where it's kind of nice to have the 2-ply yarn. It's easier to split in two than it would be, say, a Lopi single-ply wool. But if you have a sharper needle and you wanted to try it, that would be one to do. 1, 2 and a half. And I don't know how well you can see the split stitches here, but it's down here in this part where, oops, sorry, down here in this part where you would see it get kind of split in half. This loop here is split in half. So on this one, it's this loop here that's split in half. So F1 connection, one new one from the front. You can do F2 or whatever you want, but the Stutby stitch for some reason points out F1. And then again, 1, 2 and a half loops from behind your thumb, and then turn and go forward 1. Under the lead. Uh-oh, I fucked that up last time. See, I was supposed to go over the leader yarn. I went under. How long have I been doing that? But we can fix it if I'm quick. I wonder if I did that every time now, or if I should pick it up. If I didn't, then suddenly my end stitches are going to change directions, which it looks like they are. Crap, I suck. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. All right, ripping it out. Try it again. Have to go water the veggies, says PJ. The marrow might be big enough to pick. Ooh, let's see. Okay, pulling that one out. I can see I went under that one, so that was a good thing. I pulled that one out too. If you're not sure how to rip out, hold the top of your loop on the left side here and slide it out this way. Until I see that I actually did as I was going under and I should have gone over. Remember, everyone, I'm perfect. That's where it got stuck together. This one should have been over as well. That looks better. See, the working yarn should be on top, not under. And then I'll find my other loops here because they're getting a little tightened. Okay, back to the drawing board. Pretend I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. 1 loop on the thumb. 2.5 loops behind with an F1 connection. 1 new one from the front. Go under 1, 2.5. And then go under the working yarn and over. No, it was this way. Sorry, that way. Over the working yarn, not under, because that'll give you a plaited edge. Please tell me I did this right. I should be drinking alcohol, Karl. I think the fumes of your alcohol is getting to me. I should be drinking alcohol. I'm screwing up big time. Okay, so 2.5 from behind, under the thumb loop, but over the working yarn. I said under, no, over the working yarn. Because it should be on the top on your thumb. Did that all backwards. F1. 1, 2.5. Splitting that one in 2. Then go forward through the thumb and over the working yarn. I just told everybody how to do it the wrong way. So there we go. One more. F1. 1, 2. Split the third. Forward over the working yarn. Because if your yarn isn't doing this, it's not going to lay the right way from the previous row. Suddenly, you would have like a little turn where it goes this way. And by the time you come around to it, you're going to hate it. So I'm glad I went back and fixed it, but now that's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Catching up on chat here, and then I'm drinking my tea, actually. I'm going to try it before I put some honey in it. Oh, it's good. It doesn't need any honey in it. It's just fine. There's some yellow in my tea, though. Okay, we'll catch up on chat here. Add a shot to your happy tea. It'll make it happier. I probably should. See, Karin says, this is fun with Nalbinding. It's easy to mess up, but also pretty easy to make a new pattern or stitch. Yeah, if I had done that the whole way, I'm kind of curious what it would look like. Because for some reason, it's, well, the Stutby stitch based on a find, or the F1 plus 2.5. F1 plus 2.5 is a stitch in itself, but the fact that the one that was called Stutby, the find, was done with a plaited edge and an F1 connection. Let's see. Noilakantad also has a video of this and many more stitches if you need a tutorial later. Noilakantad is the Nalbinding Bible. Where do you think I found the stitch from? That's exactly where I found it. So that's why it's very important to do it the same way that Sanna does hers on that page. Sanna Marie from Finland. So she does them once in English. This one I think is done in once in English and once in Finnish. But yeah, no, she's exactly where I get all these stitches information from. Every once in a while, though, I will find one on Facebook. For example, James likes to try making new stitches, or maybe somebody did something wrong, didn't know what they did. It turns out they kind of created a new stitch. That's a fun one to try to replicate too. I see my Cecilia made it home. There's a lot of strawberries over there on the, you can have. You got to get working on them. If you eat them all, we'll get some more on Monday. Yep. And then over the working yarn, because I'm a moron. All right. I'm going to keep working on this here. Karl, you want to tell us what you've been up to this week, since I've not really seen you, but I'm just doing your job for you?
Well, pretty much when I'm on sick leave, it's per definition not my job.
Nope, it's not. But everybody else has been on sick leave too. So tell me, though, what did you do? How do you keep yourself entertained? Thomas was concerned because he didn't even see you playing games. And then he knows you must have been sick.
Well, lately I've been playing a little bit 7 Days to Die.
7 Days to Die? Yeah, because now you've been gaming. This week you have.
I'm reading up on my Imperium Malefictum books.
For Warhammer.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you learn anything new and find new ways to defeat Torben's army?
Oh, this is a completely different game.
Oh, okay. What game is
It's
this?
a
Tell us
role-playing
about it.
game, not a tabletop.
Mom doesn't know
battle
anything.
game.
Nope, I don't know anything. That's why I need you to tell me. There. And how's your beer, by the way?
It's not horrible, but I prefer normal stouts to this barrel-aged thingamajig.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working for you very well. The barrel aged ones.
No, but they have a tendency to be like a lot stronger than the ordinary ones,
Yeah.
and that's a plus. But it also tastes like
I smell the coffee.
if you store if you mix whiskey and coffee together
me
and
the
you
computer.
just talk to it with a very low voice about beer, you get this.
No, it's only delayed because when Karl moved it, he put it behind there. No, but it's easier to see the chat on the computer. That's why. Cecilia was wondering, wow, it's really far behind. Okay. So, are you, what
And
do
I
you...
found some new Sarah Boone development.
Okay, update us on Sarah Boone. For those of us who do not know, quick recap and then update.
She's in jail, but she still manages to make drama. Well, to take her version of what happened, she is now in hot water because she tried to bring iPad into a courtroom. That is obviously not at all what actually happened.
No.
She tried to bring iPad into a courtroom. When she is confronted with, hey, who gave you permission to bring that? She names a particular prison guard who didn't give her permission. But now this prison guard is in hot water for giving Sarah Boone special treatment. So that prison guard has to basically come out and say, no, she is lying. Then she won't accept that she is lying, and now she is in hot water for lying. And her punishment is she doesn't get to go to the canteen for 30 days. So she can't buy potato chips for 30 days. And from her perspective, this is obviously the end of the world and a great conspiracy against her.
It is.
So there are,
Did she file an appeal for that too?
oh God, she's sending so many motions. And because she hasn't figured out how to print paper in prison, which she can do, but it costs a lot of money. She has this poor guy on the outside trying to help her, and she calls him every day. And this is Florida, so everything is public record.
All the good shit happens in Florida.
So, no, it's just that you know about all the good shit
okay.
that happens in Florida because of the Florida sunshine laws.
Yeah, that's right.
So every time she calls this poor guy and starts berating him, it's public record. So they can just use the Freedom of Information Act to get the phone calls. And oh my God, this guy has my full sympathy. I don't understand why he does it, but he actually tries to help her. And she just yells at him all the time.
How many lawyers has she had now?
Right now, she doesn't have one because she's in jail and there is nothing to appeal.
Okay.
But she went through 8.
Through 8 lawyers. Do you want to give a little rundown as to how that happens or what that looks like?
Well, 2 of them quit because of personal reasons.
Yeah.
The remaining, out of the other ones, 5 quit because they can't cooperate with her. Or as they would formulate it, because they can't really throw too much poop on her.
Yeah.
They say things like, Sarah Boone's defense strategies are not legally sound, and I can't follow these strategies and still maintain my integrity. They say things like that, which is basically lawyer speak for, she wants me to do all sorts of insane illegal shit. Except for the last one, who kind of, and he must have been a great lawyer because he got her this fantastic deal where she could just plead to manslaughter and be out in like 8 years. Because Sarah Boone is Sarah Boone, she obviously tells him, no, fuck off, I'm innocent. So now she is in prison for life. And this is Florida, so life doesn't mean 20 years and we'll talk about it. It means you are coming out from this hole feet first. But because the judge at no point used the term natural life, Sarah Boone thinks she can just go to the courthouse and get some kind of paper that will get her out in 20 years. That is not at all how it works, but
Sandy points out, and I might have to agree, I don't know if I like Florida based on the crazy stuff I see.
yeah, this is kind of a thing. I am trying to find out if Florida is particularly insane by American standards, or if it is just that you know about all the insanity that happens in Florida.
It's pretty hot down there.
But I have a suspicion that Florida might actually be particularly insane by American standards.
Well, if you were going to be homeless and living on the streets, you would have an easier time of it in Florida than you would, say, up in Minnesota, especially in the winter.
Yes, but you go to California.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There's a lot in California, too.
And in California, the laws won't get you arrested every time you open your eyes.
Oh, okay, that's true.
In Florida, on the other hand, they will.
Okay. No, I was just thinking maybe that would be a thing. Maybe they had more...
One thing
people
that makes me wonder about the Floridians is that
I don't know, though.
in the state of Florida, you have more cases of public masturbation than you do in the rest of America combined.
With park benches and things, too. Wasn't there a couple of them that got sent off to the hospital with a park bench attached to their appendage because they saw a hole in the park bench structure and thought...
I'm sure that must have happened. And
I know it happened. It was in Florida. Florida, man. If it happens
in Florida,
yeah,
you will get the whole court case as public information.
Okay, so
if you want to do something really stupidly embarrassing that is also criminal, do not do it in Florida.
No. By the way, Sarah Boone Torben writes she can't send it from her iPad though. Can't send them from her iPad though.
No, she is not allowed to be connected to the internet unless she is in the recreational area of the prison.
Okay, so tell me, speaking of Florida man, what is your favorite Florida man?
They've done so many things.
Florida man would be, the headline starts with Florida man something. So what's your favorite Florida man? Okay, then your Florida man highlights.
No, bath salts or mats are very often involved in these cases. But there was one guy who was angry because his fries were cold at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So he calls and calls 911 to inform them that McDonald's is trying to scam him. And then the police show up, and it turns out that this guy has a murder warrant. So he basically sent himself to prison for 20 to life because his fries were cold.
Okay, that was a good one. I'm going to do a quick Google of Florida man.
And another Florida thing, this is, if you ever see a press conference from the sheriff of Polk County, that's worth seeing. That guy might be the most American man in America.
So the top 4 Florida mans are Florida man accused, you just Google Florida man and that's it. Florida man accused of stalking teen he met on Snapchat, firing shots, and then it kind of goes on, but it goes ... I have to click on it. Florida man suspected in tequila theft, busted for DUI. Florida man accused of calling woman 213 times in 1 week. Florida man accused of wielding weapon after truck repossessed. Do you have any other good Florida mans?
That sounds like pretty standard things that you will find in any state.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that the guy who called the woman...
It's actually a Netflix series called Florida Man, too.
Yeah. No, but because of the sunshine laws, we know about the really stupid shit I do. Like...
What's the sunshine laws, for people who don't know?
It's it makes it so that everything is public record unless there is a very, very good reason for it not to be. So...
Torben says, Florida man reminds me a lot of Odda. Odda. O-D-D-A.
Yeah.
Which is a place in Norway. Would you like to explain?
Well, it's a place in Norway, and it has... you can think of... This is only vaguely understandable for Norwegians from this part of Norway. But Høyanger is like Odda light.
Okay.
And Årdal is like Odda light. When you have a relatively small community, that is all centered around one piece of big industry where you need basically no education to work. So everybody automatically gets a job, no matter what. You end up with a lot of drug abuse for some weird reason. And it is noticeable in Høyanger and Årdal, and it is spectacularly over the top in Odda.
Okay, so if I look up Odda man in the news.
And I wouldn't formulate it like that in Norway. It would be...
Man fra Odda?
En mann I 30-åra fra Indre Sogn.
I'm going with Odda. Man fra Odda. First one comes up. Arve fra Odda fisket dildo på 29 centimeter. I have to click on that one. It's in Hardanger Folkeblad, and I will tell you what that means in a minute. I can't see more of it, but because I have to pay money and I can't be asked to do it. Arve 40 oppvokst I Odda, men flyttet til Arna allerede I 1988. Der han drevet med stor fisker I 38 år og har vært formann I fiskelaget. Okay, so Arve was born and born and raised in Odda, but he moved to Arna already in 1988. There he did big fish game for 38 years, and was the foreman in his fishing group. But the title says, Arve from Odda fished a dildo that was 29 centimeters long.
It's like 1 foot and 2 inches, I think.
It's kind of funny. What the hell is that? I kind of want to read the rest of that article, but this is from 2 days ago, actually. It was pretty recent. Poor Arve. I've been a fisherman for 38 years and never once have I ever fished a dildo that was 29 centimeters long. They were usually much smaller, but no. What the hell? There's a story there. Sonny says, I was going to say, sounds like you're talking about a very high drug use hood. I call that the hood. Laugh out loud. And maybe part of Florida's problem is sun cooking brains. That could be. It's pretty hot. You can cook cookies in the car, bake cookies in the car.
Yeah, and maybe something weird culturally happens when you mix a lot of senior citizens and Cubans. I don't know.
Everybody goes to Florida when they're retiring because it becomes too cold and hard to breathe in the winter in the north. The cold temperatures. Okay, I did notice that this first wool that I have is slightly thinner than the Blona yarn. I think this was probably Fritids that I dyed. This, I don't know what I dyed it with, but it was probably most likely dyed with birch leaves from the fall because they give that kind of maize yellow color. I don't like hot. I'd rather be cold, says Sandy. I agree with you. You can dress for the cold. There's only so many layers you can take off, though, in the heat before you become a Florida man. No, poor thing. Maggie says, that's some fish story. Torben just says, welcome to Odda. How do you say Odda in your dialect?
Odda.
Odda. Say it again.
Odda.
Odda. That's how you're supposed to say it. For me, it sounds like I'm saying Uda, which is the name of a girl. So, no, that's not good. Hi. Well, I snuggle her. It's because I was trying to needle bind. If you know, you know. If you know, you know what a Moby Huge is, says Albert. I don't know if he fished a Moby Huge. Was that a Moby Huge?
I suspect that they're even bigger. I would recommend against Googling it, but...
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna Google it. You're not gonna get me this time.
No, it's a thing that got popular at about the same time as, what's it called? OnlyFans.
Torben says, in my dialect, we call it a mental institution. You guys are really picking up on Oda here. What the hell? It's not that far from here either, actually. It's what, less than an hour? About an hour?
Yeah, but
From Gudvangen to Oda?
nobody goes there.
No?
No, why would you?
Do they never return? Is that why?
Well, you can go there to work in heavy industry or buy drugs.
Okay. Oh, God.
There is really no other reason to go there.
Laugh out loud, smart Karen. Cecilia, you are not allowed to go to Oda. Ever. Apparently not. Strange people are there, I guess. Oh, there. Sandy says, right, and when heat sick, wearing wet pants and long sleeve helps keep you alive, I've learned. I had a heat stroke last Saturday. That's right, I saw it. I was going to say, I thought you had an issue. Yeah. Holy crap. I don't know the last time I've got a heat stroke. Hi, Carla. Do you need to be pet? She keeps poking me in the back. Let's see if I do this. She's being very nice. Remember the annoying cat that used to just whine constantly until we had nobody watching us anymore? She's being so nice now.
Yeah, but it's a matter of time of day.
Yeah?
Last night she was running around on the floor screaming like crazy.
Doing hot laps. But she hasn't been screaming on YouTube anymore, really.
She kind of has a system now where she, when we are normally at work, so about 10 to 6, she curls up into a little ball and sleeps.
Yeah.
Then she wakes up around 6 when we normally come home. And she is a nice cat for a few hours. And then we go into a hot lap and screaming territory. But I don't really know if it is any point really to have her fixed. Because she seems to have gotten used to her...
Got stabilized a bit, yeah.
She has gotten used to it. The
She's
problem
still
she
marking
had
territory,
was that it had never happened to her before. She was really confused about being in heat. But now she has kind of gotten used to it. So it's a little bit more screaming and running, but it's almost not noticeable.
So you're saying that Jay's cats will calm down now when he's watching on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Look at you, little snuggly thing. You're like a bat. Hi. Meanwhile, she is being sweet, but was climbing on Karl's back earlier. Laugh out loud. Yeah, no, that was true.
Yeah.
But that's only because you were trying to pour hot water into a cup and you can't see.
She is, and it's the same thing with Fussy. If I'm trying to pour something, they want the attention right now.
Yeah.
So I can't count how many times I'm trying to pour a beer, and then I have Fussy immediately headbutting my elbow. It's like they know what they're doing. The little fuckers.
I think they do. Let's see, okay, well, I'm glad I went back and fixed that, or I caught my mistake anyway. It was like 5 stitches I had to pull out, but I caught my mistake because I was in my head doing the plaited edge wrong, and now that I've gone through the whole previous row where that was messed up, it's all fixed. So I'm very happy about that. But now you can probably see it a little bit better. I can get up, but there's a cat snuffling right there, so I don't know if she'll allow me to. Hi. Okay, try it again. Oh, she's all playful and cute today, she says. So cute, says Karin. Of course, she deserves all the attention. Oh, yeah. Now, if you ever want to know about cat diplomacy, ask Karl. How is cat diplomacy these days? While I do this one more time with the lighter yarn.
The hierarchy is very stable now. For some reason, Karl keeps picking on Fussy, and there isn't really any reason to it, because he has completely stopped. The only time when he actually fights her is if she manages to chase him into a corner of some sort.
Oh,
then he will make a little drum solo on her head, but she doesn't care.
Let's see. Drum solos are always fun. F1, one new connection from the front, but remember, because it's a plaited edge, they're going this way, not that way. So it'll look a little odd, but that's why. Sorry, getting corrected here. There we go. I'm not going to put your glass there, though. I'm going to break your beautiful glass. Then you got one on your thumb. Take 1, 2, split the third one in half. You can kind of see there it's split in half now. This is why it's a 2-ply yarn. Might be nice for this one. But then go over your working yarn, not under like I was doing before because I'm a moron. Anytime you go over your working yarn, that is what causes that plaited edge. Plaited edge, sorry, the British people are laughing at me. Plaited edge, it's spelt like plate, P-L-A-I-T, but in British it means braided, so it's and it's pronounced plaited edge. Sorry, I'm getting in big trouble. So plaited edge, it would be just another way of saying braided edge. So to get the braided edge, let's see, 2, split the third. You go over the working yarn. I did notice when I was doing the Corona mystery project, we did a mystery stitch along. Those are harder to do because sizing and everything is usually a thing. But I did a mystery stitch along. I'd love to do one of those again, but it'll have to be a winter thing. We were making a bag, spoiler alert. But I did it in, I want to say the Folberg stitch or Bjørsbo, maybe it was. But also that is a plaited edge stitch. And the end, split that one in 2 there. And the end row that I was working in always seemed to be a little bit more wavy than the rest of the work. And it turns out that's because of the plaited edge. Because when I would, it almost looked like it was kind of still expanding. But when I did one more row, the previous row would line up again. So it's only the end row. But if that bugs you, that your end row is kind of looking bigger, you can always do the final row with a regular edge and not a plaited edge. And then I'll fix. But you can see there kind of how it's looking now. There's my color shift, if you can see it. But yeah, this yarn I did notice is slightly thinner. This one is Blona. And this one is my plant-dyed, probably a Free Teeds yarn. So it's a slight thickness difference, but not much. But I can feel it in the needle binding, and I'm okay with that. It's not so big of a difference. It's just a little bit more full on the Blona row. Let's see there. 1, 2, and split that one in half. Going over the working yarn. There we go. This will be fun. It'll just be a little pouch. I've been starting to run out of them. There's something in the background I got to show you, though. Kaylee was in the village last week with her on her cruise ship stop through anyway, and she brought me a needle. I don't know if you can see the... There you can kind of see the pattern that's carved in there. So she made this needle for me. It's huge, but that's because she said, I remember you liked huge needles. And she's not wrong. Because here it is. This is the funny needle I have. This needle, I got it as kind of a joke, super huge. It's made with linden, I think it's called Gudvangen anyway. So it's actually a poisonous needle if you don't put it in your mouth, but it has this nice two-tone colors. Anyway, but I loved the color of the needle, and I thought this thing is super huge, but it'll be really great. I can use it for teaching, and people will be able to see the needle through the back row. Turns out I actually really, really like this needle for things like Oslo stitch. If I want to have, this is Oslo stitch with mohair. So it looks thin here, but when you see it like that, it can kind of look thicker. This is a scarf thing that I was working on. But I liked this because I could, oops, sorry, I got stuck on the gimbal there. There's my previous loop. This is just Oslo stitch, this one. But this is why I like long needles, because I can pick through the stitch there, but then I can, maybe I have to zoom out a little more. I can push through with my hand and pick it up in one go. So that's why I liked longer needles. It gives me a lot more to grab onto on this end than is if I had a small needle. It would be like trying to pick, and I have carpal tunnel syndrome, so it means I have a very bad grip, but that allowed me to push through and grab in one go. That's why I like the longer needle. But I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I thought it was just going to be a really fun thing to use for teaching. But actually, I love using this for, it's got a nice big hole. You can use it for fat yarn and also stitch, and things work up super fast for me. So look how close she got that though. I mean, length doesn't matter. It's okay, but the length is nice and long, which is good. That's what she said. But because it's nice and easy to grab onto. That's what she said too. There's a whole bunch of that's what she says here. But yeah, I can pick through like that, and I have a lot to grab onto there. But the thickness and the size of it, she got that pretty bang on, and that was just eyeballing it. But that was really cool. And this pattern that she has is based on a find where somebody said it was a pendant, and she says, no, I think it was a needle binding needle. If I wanted to use fat yarn with it, though, then I would probably have to make the hole a little bit bigger, the eye a little bit bigger. But actually for this yarn here, it's working really well. But I have so much of this mohair yarn, that's what's actually kind of behind me. So I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is. There's the yarn that's behind me that I got to use up. I have lots of this mohair. There's some blue back there too even. And this green is even thinner. But it can make a nice, pretty lacy look. So it's super zoomed in now, but this is going to be a scarf with the edges on there. Sorry, frayed edges. I'm going to leave these as loops. But it's just going back and forth, and then you just kind of chain and then pick up again. So there we go. Dotting. There we go. There you can see where I'm at now. And there's 2 loops here. But I will steam block it. Also, Kaylee posted some pictures of her stash that she got from. Let's see if I can find this here. I can turn this on me for a minute. There we go. Stash that she got from her trip in Norway. Yeah, I still have the lingering cough. There. You can see kind of the cool thing. She's got Needle Binder's Dream. Let's see. I think it might be under Keela or Kaylee. We'll try Keela. That's her needle binding page. There we go. Oops, there's Torben sitting over there with his big drill bottle opener. This is her here. That's Kaylee. Keela. 100% recommended. Wow, that's pretty nice. But yeah, some of you will recognize her there and her kits. I told her she needs to bring these when she comes in November, and we can put some of these in the shop. It's nice to have some simple kits. We sell them on commission though, so anyhow, but there, I think she had, this is it. This is the one I was going to show you. Okay, who wants to see the goodies I picked up from my Shetland, Norway trip? I'm curious whether this gets more likes than the history posts. Starting off with a shout out to Elda Mato in Larvik, who was an absolute fiber crafter's dream. I picked up some beautiful, super chunky Shetland wool and some roving. I just couldn't resist while I was on the island. Also from Shetland are the beautiful Fair Isle and Hoswick Visitor Center. I'm probably killing the names. The drop spindle from Shetland Museum and Archives, and the Pictish pebble pendant from Jarlshof. Then went on to Viking Valley, Gudvangen. That's where we ran into her. I did know she was coming though, so that was nice. I had only a short time in the gift shop, so it was basically supermarket sweep, trying to grab as much as I could. I came away with a gorgeous red yarn, a bone lucet, a redwood null binding needle, a brass needle, a bookmark, and a bone null binding needle on a leather. She says leather thong, but I think that would be the cord that we're talking about. Lastly, some lovely gifts from Karin. A little ball of naturally dyed yarn, which she gave to Hunter for his projects. Yeah, her son was wanting to try needle mine, so I had a piece of some wool that I had dyed. I have a lot of little odds and ends in that when we do plant dyeing in the village for a demonstration. I always end up with a little bit extra. It was oak gallnut dye. It was actually done with oak nut shells, or acorn shells. And the beautiful handmade sheep embroidery. Thank you again. Just need to find time to actually make something to do with it all. So this is what she had. That's the troll yarn. This is from the same type of wool as our sheep. It's from Hillesvåg, is the name of the factory there. So this is actually it's machine dyed, but we do have some plant dyed versions of it. Nope, I can't zoom. I thought I could. Try one more time. There we go. That is the Hillesvåg logo if you want to look for that yarn. This is Norwegian wool yarn, 100% Norwegian wool. You can go to ull.no is the site for Hillesvåg, which basically means wool.no, but ull.no. This is the spindle that she got with a nice stone. Should have kept that zoomed in so you can see. That looks like a soapstone type thing, but I'm not sure. It's a really nice needle. And I noticed that drop spindle, and I noticed the top of the drop spindle has a hook on hers, like a crochet hook. Like there, if you can see that. Which is quite handy. Or actually, no, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just a notch around it, because you can also do a half hitch to hold your wool there. That's the little ball of yarn that I had that it was made with oak nut acorns. This one is one that we sell in the shop. It's a bone lucet made by Lycos Leather, or Colin Smiley, one of our Vikings who's here in the winter times. This is the wool that she got, I think was the Faroe Islands she wrote. Anyway, I have to go back and see what she wrote. That is absolutely gorgeous. I like the color of it too, but it's a nice single ply wool. This was the one she got in Shetland, carded silver naturals, Shetland black, 100% dye-free Shetland wool. You can see there, it's like the charcoal gray from sheep. That's gotta be pretty. This was cute. I forgot where she saw this, but this was kind of nice. It's like a little recycling project that's, out of an old sweater or something, but that was so smart. This is the brass needle that she's talking about. That needle is actually kind of long. That needle is probably about the same length as this one. This is a bit of a test. We had somebody make these for us because I was thinking, okay, if you wanted to try to do really thin yarn and dense stitches, maybe it might be kind of fun to try this. So we had one of our crafters make up a bunch of these to try in the shop. It does actually bend quite easily as it heats up in your hand a little bit when you're using it. So you have to keep that in mind. But other than that, it would actually work quite well for tiny stitches like super thin yarn and Osla, for example, A with the circle over it, SLE, that worked pretty well with that one. And then this one, she bought one of the handmade needles. I recognize my handwriting here. This one has a groove in it. So if Audra is watching, I'm pretty sure that's one of the needles Audra made that we sell on commission in the shop. Let's see what else she got. There's the picture of my sheep, sheep from the sheep. I gave her that as a thanks for coming to visit. We had gifts. It was such a nice little thing. She didn't know. I didn't know. This is a bookmark that Tamara made. Tamara is one of my coworkers from Spain. She's been coming to Gudvangen since probably longer than I have. She carves these out of linoleum and based on a find, but she'll carve it out of linoleum and then she'll make these prints for it on some handmade paper. And this one is a horn needle on a cord. We call this one our spare needle emergency, so you can wear it as a pendant, show everybody that you're a needle binder. But also if you're sitting in a waiting room and forgot needle or something, it is actually meant so that you can just take it out without undoing all these knots. This one's made out of horn by Runa, and it's about that big. It's not very big. So it's a nice little emergency needle. And this was the pebble knowledge that she was talking about that she must have got from the island. It looks like a bear on there. So I'll zoom back. There we go, zoomed in, sorry. Let's see. And there she's showing Viking Valley, Karin, Shetland Museum, Viking Valley. Let's see if I got the other ones right. Eldamato. That was, oh, there you can see the wool. Shet Super Chunk number 2, super chunky wool, weight light, twist naturals, Moorit 100% pure Shetland wool. It is so pretty. I want to touch it. One ply, approximately 200 grams or 142 yards, which is 130 centimeters. And it was for 15 pounds. That's actually not that bad for that much yarn. Let's see. There. And these were the Viking Valley needles. So yeah, they have the needle that was definitely made by Outer there. This is redwood, it says. And then this is the ones that we are trying. We couldn't make them too sharp, though, because if it's too sharp, it's going to be hard to needle bind with. But this one would probably really be good for splitting that second stitch. But I did try, I made a little sample out of the Osla yarn with, Osla stitch with some thin yarn, and that worked out pretty well. But it will bend in your hand and get soft because it's made of brass. So, whoops, sorry. A Huswick, that's what she had gotten there. That's such a cute idea. And a nice little piece of recycling. These pretzels are making me thirsty. And there was the Aldamato, the carded silver natural wools. May contain vegetable matter. The sheep, the straw from the sheep always get in there. And then the gift from Karin, yeah. Yeah, I think that was, oh, there we go through. There's the pebble knowledge. The ancient symbols and designs from our Celtic ancestors may contain, or something, with an unspoken wisdom, carved in a time when people were more free to listen to their... Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, there you can see it's a little wolf. Pictish, she said. So anyway, that was some nice, a nice thing from Kaylee had posted. I have to remember to comment on that. I just saw it this morning. And there's some pictures from her trip anyway. Keela, if you don't know who she is, I think I mentioned it last week. She had a reel that totally changed things, rocked the world of Nalbinding. It was this one. It hit 7.1 million views, but actually if you include Instagram as well, she's almost at 10 million, I think. But because of that reel, we had a whole bunch of people that had started trying to, or asking to join the Nalbinding groups on Facebook. It was really nice to see that it opened up that much attention to it. Karl, how you doing?
I'm fine.
How is your beer hitting you? Are you feeling the 12.5%?
A little bit, but not a lot.
Okay, Torben, how do we mess with Karl in this state? Did the doctor say anything about the knot on the back of your head?
No.
No. Holger was asking me if I had hair cutting scissors today. So no, I don't have hair cutting scissors. I have fabric scissors and others new scissors, but I don't have hair cutting scissors. And he says, "Bloody useless woman, why don't you have hair cutting scissors?" And I said, "Because have you seen Karl's hair? All I have to do is cut knots." So.
Oh, I was listening to Brutal Cunning.
Yeah.
It's from the Warhammer 40,000 universe, from the orcs' perspective.
Yeah.
And the orcs kind of sound like Holger.
Yeah. Do your best impersonation of Holger.
I can do my impersonation of an orc that kind of sounds like Holger.
Okay, do impersonation of orc that kind of sounds like Holger. Wait a minute, I think we might need to zoom in on this. By the way, Trim says hi.
This Gargant doesn't have the guise of Mork, because the Empire doesn't have Mork. The Empire has the Emperor. And the Emperor doesn't do nothing. It's a bloody useless god.
Hallgrim, says Torben. Now, bloody useless. Is that why you're saying? Because Holger has only a few things he says. He's a man of few words, but they do cover quite a lot. Would you like to explain those?
Well, and Holger is one of the smartest guys I know. There is so much history that this guy knows that it's almost mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But I think he can go through a full week without saying anything except from the following. Bloody tourists, bloody children, bloody dog. I am a man of results. Only results count. What is your cunning plan?
Oh, that's right.
And Have you got any results today? Occasionally, he will spice it up by with sayings like, "More violence, more violence,
More violence on the axe throwing station, yeah. By the way, the
And
secrets
of
is
course,
amazing.
yes, it's hard to be a Viking.
And there was a guy from Sweden here once at one market when we had the markets, who was very impressed by Holger and decided he was going to be the anti-Holger. So if you ever wondered, the anti-Holger lives in Sweden. He says, "No, no, no, it's easy to be a Viking. I am a man of no results." Because Holger always says, "Yes, yes, yes. It's so hard to be a Viking. I am a man of results. Only results count."
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny. You remember?
We love Holger.
The tall British Royal Marine guy who helped us build the village.
Mick.
Yeah, Mick Pete. At the very end of the building stage, when the village is just being finished and we are opening up for the first time, Mick is running around and doing a lot of physical work. And he is seeing a lot of people in Viking clothes who, from his perspective, does nothing. So he is really tired about this. And he absolutely hates it when he hears Holger say, "I am a man of results." Because from Mick's perspective, Holger, and he is wrong about this, because Holger is one of the guys who actually helped out a lot during the building project. But from Mick's perspective, this is another Viking who does nothing. So he tells Holger, and he is a very tall, very powerfully built ex-Royal Marine British guy. So he leans over and kind of looks into Holger's eyes, looking mildly psychotic, and say, "If I hear you say, 'I am a man of results,' one more time, I'll turn you into a pretzel." But for Holger, this isn't a thing he does to be...
No, it
It
like
isn't a thing he
Tourette's.
does to be interesting. It's just a thing he does. And
It's like Tourette's with him. He just says
it's
it all
like
the
a
time.
compulsion. So many times I see Holger standing right next to Mick, and then he goes, "Yes, yes, yes." And then he kind of runs away in a random direction.
I love them both. Mick is awesome, and so is Holger. But we have a lot of fun characters in Gudvangen.
Both of these guys are oddballs, but they're oddballs that don't... You can like them separately, but you should never have them in the same room.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw a message there I needed to check. Terje Nordberg. I think I will call this one Nordberg. Terje Nordberg. Okay, and I'm gonna show it, and you have to tell the story, Karl, because this seems to mean something to you. Oops, you gotta not pull the cord. There you go. There you go. Why is he gonna call this Terje Nordberg?
I have to have a closer look at it.
Bring the computer to you. Hold the computer. If you a little bit, but it's not your beer, it's coffee. Why, you really do need to get your ears checked. Eyes checked. Here, hold that. Okay, why?
Well, Terje Nordberg is one of my characters from Werewolf.
Oh, okay.
He's a glasswalker from Bergen. So Werewolf is really into technology and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's quite that skinny, but I think Torbjörn is mixing up the player with the character a little bit.
Okay. Let's see if I can get that to focus more.
And I suspect this is one of the healing thingies that the Necrons have, but I am not...
Well, he's holding a staff, or a spear or something, and his other hand is like just pointing out a little bit. Like he's got like a crooked wizard finger going on there.
I had the Necron Codex for about a week, but I gave it to Torbjörn because he has Necron Kill Team, and I kind of want to subtly influence him into getting Necron 40k army. So by giving him the codex, I can kind of getting him to start slobbering about things that are not in the kill team. So I don't exactly know what's what in when it comes to Necrons.
By the way, to go back in a bit, she said, would you say that it's Moby huge? My needle. I'm not Googling. I know what you guys are doing. I'm not doing it. Maybe it could have been fished out of Oda. I don't know.
You have no idea how naive this woman actually is.
Oh, really? I've gotten you to Google a few things.
Yes, but yeah, I've gotten you to Google and be completely unfamiliar with concepts.
Not gonna do it.
That
Not gonna do it.
even your daughters know about.
Tentacle porn? We're
Yes.
not gonna talk about that. By the way, say hi to Trim. Trim
Trim.
and Rangel just got home anyway, and Chetil anyway, and Trim didn't get to see you at all. He was really disappointed that he didn't get to see you. He was looking forward to sparring with you, etc. Do you have any words of wisdom for Trim? What is the really cool Viking thing that Trim needs to know? Because he's been showing us how to do where you use the axe to pull down the shield, the beard of the axe to pull down the shield, for example, and he was showing some other sparring. Do you have any other tricks that he needs to know?
This Trim primarily using the one-handed axe or what?
Well, he was demonstrating with a one-handed axe, but maybe he could also, you could try something with a sword too. What do you know?
It's kind of short, isn't it?
Not anymore. No. He's like up to here on you now. He's taller than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's growing.
Yeah, but then just trying like everybody else, basically.
Train like everybody else.
Yeah. The best tip I can give you is find Vlad when he is bored.
Oh, I think he did. Vlad was the French Viking.
Yeah. Because Vlad is fantastically good.
Okay, og si det en gang på norsk. Say it once for Norwegian for Trim.
Vlad er dritgod. Så hvis du har lyst til å lære deg å fekte, så er Vlad rett mann å snakke med.
Yeah.
Han har en litt unik stil, men det er en stil som fungerer 100%.
He has
Altså,
a little bit of a unique style, but it functions 100%.
det er ikke scenekamp, det er ikke showfighting. Det her er skikkelig fekting som faktisk funker.
Yeah, it's proper fighting that actually works. But Vlad was Vlad var den franske vikingen som var I byen mens du var her. Vlad is the French Viking that was in the village when you were here.
Vlad, I won't call him a one-trick pony, but he has one trick that works for him almost all the time. He has these extremely fast redirects. So when you attack him, and you think you have a clear line of attack, his sword comes up, and the energy from your attack kind of redirects his sword to an attack on you that hits almost every time.
Okay.
He's really good.
Kan du si det en gang på norsk? Say it once in Norwegian for him.
Vlad er veldig flink når han slåss med bare et sverd. Jeg har ikke sett han så mye med sverd og skjold, men hvis du angriper han, og du synes du har en god retning på angrepet, så kommer han opp og parerer deg, og energien fra ditt angrep treffer hans våpen og flipp rundt. Det er lynkjapt og ekstremt presist. Jeg vil ikke si at det er det eneste trikket I boka hans, men det er det trikset jeg ser han bruker for det meste. Jeg har ikke egentlig et godt counter til det. Altså, det eneste jeg kan si er å være obs, det er det han kommer til å gjøre.
So, did you notice how many English words he used? In Norway, Norwegians picking up a lot of English words.
Yeah, we do, but we also, particularly when it comes to things like sword fighting,
Yeah.
our language is poor. There isn't a Norwegian term that makes sense for concepts like typering, pommel, crossguard.
I think I messed up a stitch.
The terms in Norwegian for parts of a sword only works for sabers. So this bit is a crossguard, in Norwegian you will occasionally hear it referred to as a parerbøyle, but bøyle means like a bandy thing. So it actually refers to this part of a saber, the thing that protects your hand. So as far as I know, there isn't a Norwegian word for crossguard, pommel, or tapering.
Huh.
So when it comes to talking about sword design, I just have to do it in English because Norwegian doesn't have the words for it.
I just noticed on my needle binding at one point, you're supposed to do 2.5 loops, and at some point I started doing 1.5 loops, but it was only about 5 stitches back, I think. The important thing is I caught it, but remember everyone, I'm an expert. I'm perfect. I make no mistakes. 1, 2, 3.5. Or 2.5. There we go. 1, 2.5. Okay, I got it. I fixed it. I'm all better now. No one will ever, ever, ever know because I fixed it. And I caught it within 5 stitches. Yes.
See, if you didn't tell everybody you were a moron, you could get away with it.
No, they will never know because I fixed it. I erased it. By the way, Torben couldn't help but saying, have a drink, Karl. Sandy says, they're setting you up, Karin. After the 2 girls 1 cup a friend got me with, I refused to look up some stuff. Ew. I remember when that was like going around the first time, the whole time somebody looks it up and they're like, never again. That was probably like 15 years ago, I think. That was like this thing everybody was like, oh God.
It's the early 2000s.
Yeah, no, but they got me with some other really good ones, so I'm not going to look it up. I know what they're doing. You rock, Karin. Woohoo! And then Torben says, a fighting Frenchman. This is Torben, the Norwegian. And then Robert Reynolds from Scotland says, steady, Torben. Steady. A very international group here. I don't know if we have anybody from Florida, though. I feel bad now. We've been picking on Florida today. I'm not setting you up, says Albert. It's just a huge 4.5-foot dildo that could get on Amazon. That you could get on Amazon for a while. Sandy says, you're nicer than me. I hit people when they do that to me. Laugh out loud.
Just for comparison, 4.5 foot. Isn't that about the size of Angela?
That's about this much smaller than my mom, height-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela is about the same height as my mom. So yeah, about this much shorter than Angela.
Yes, I can't see how Angela would be a good sex toy.
There, happy, Sandy? Jesus, Karl. It's a Plasmancer was the name of the Terje Nordberg character that he was making there. He said, actually, Torben says also, wait, no, there's a little bit more conversation here. Oh, there's much more. When I was babbling on about everything on the online, I missed some things. Karin, I'm jealous of your skills with languages too, by the way, says Sandy. Oh, thank you. It could be better though. I have Swedish, but when I speak Swedish to the Norwegians, when I try to speak Swedish to the Swedes, it keeps coming back a little bit Norwegian though. But the important thing is I can understand them. It just every once in a while, and I have to really focus to switch certain words around. But it'll help a little bit. Things like I remember in Norwegian is jeg husker, and in Swedish it's jag kommer ihåg. And that one is, it's not one of those where I come to remember.
That is actually understandable in some Norwegian dialects as well.
Jag kommer ihåg.
It's
instead of jag husker.
Jag kommer ihåg.
Jag kommer ihåg, yeah.
It's the same.
But it's
come to mind. So it's actually kind of similar to English.
Mm-hmm. So it translates the same, but it's just that that's not one of those that's quite obviously just a different word, a slightly different word, but the same kind of thing. And you got like a pillow. It's this is gonna be a fun one. In Norwegian, it's a puta, and I do speak Spanish too, so don't use that word in Spain. But in Norwegian or in Swedish, it's a kudde.
Mm-hmm.
Puta and kudde. That was one that was a little bit different. One of my favorite ones is back when I was working at an SFO for a little bit. Oh, you work with kids, Karen. That must be fun, is what she was trying to say.
But,
Du jobbar med barn. Det måste vara roligt. No. Rolig in Norwegian means calm. But in Swedish it means fun. As in Norway would say, morsomt. So you work with kids. It must be calming. You couldn't translate that one. Yeah?
If you ask a Swedish mother where her son Jørund is, and she answers, Jørund I källaren och pullar med sina kompisar.
What the fuck?
What does that mean in Swedish?
In Swedish, it means, well, I would say if I remember Pula correctly anyway, Jörn is in the cellar and he's with his friends.
No. In Swedish,
Pula?
it means he is...
That's what it means in Norwegian anyway.
Doing something. He is playing with or making something or doing things. In Norwegian, it straight up means fucking.
Yes, it does.
But
I was
in
going to say in
Swedish,
Norwegian.
you could actually say that sentence and it wouldn't be bad. But in Norwegian, it's horribly bad.
Well, if you try to translate it in from in English, but Norwegian to English, Pula, for one, it wants, or maybe no, with an E, sorry. Oh, no, but it actually does translate the word quite properly in Norwegian. Okay, but now
try Swedish.
on Swedish, but if we want to do Swedish, yeah. That's what I'm wondering. It's Pule, by the way. No, it means the same thing. In Swedish, they write knulla, which means... Trim should not be listening to this. But I did have a mistake, too. Then there's some other things, the Americanism, too. Now we're really in the bad word. Okay, so Borås was the city that I went to visit quite a bit. It was second home for a little while. And I don't know why they call it Borås, but if you know somebody there, it was actually quite a bit. Yes, not for kids. Thank you very much, Torben. And then I go to, there's a mall there called Knalleland. And I call my friend in United States while I'm visiting with my friends over in Sweden, and he's trying to, he was an exchange student in Sweden for a year at Uddevalla. No, not Uddevalla, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, and so he was trying to speak, he was getting a chance to use the Swedish, so he's getting super excited, so he starts speaking to me, and I'm like showing off my Swedish, so I start speaking Swedish back to him. And he said, how was Knalleland? Or no, how was your day today? And I said, oh, we went to Knalleland. And he said, oh, did you have fun at Knalleland? Yes. Was there a lot of people there? Yes. No, it was great fun. Are you going to go there again? Ah, sure. Why not? Was there a lot of different things you could see at Knalleland? Yes. And Karl knows where this is going because I wasn't pronouncing it Knalleland. I was pronouncing it Knuleland, which is like a big play area but it would be Knalleland means, what is it, like a really fun country or fun place, but Knuleland would be
explosive land.
Yeah, but Knuleland would mean something different kind of place. Yeah, there you go. Not for kids. Anyway, somebody was having a lot of fun with this one. Did you have a lot of fun there? Yes. Were there a lot of people? Oh, lots of people. Are you gonna go again? Yeah, no, I think I could go.
But you're the one telling me about the two American tourists who walked past the faghandler sign.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there's also some Americanisms, things that, okay, the one that's most popular to make fun of as Norwegian to an English speaker would be the word fart. F-A-R-T. In Norwegian means speed for the most part. So if you have a speed bump, it'd be called a fartsdemper. But that kind of sounds a little... a speed reducer anyway, but fartsdemper. So you're seeing like anyway. If you want to go faster, your car, how fast your car is going or how fast you're allowed to go on the road, it's fartsgrense, or the fart limit. If you're kind of mixing it up a little bit. When I was first married anyway, I was drinking a lot of cappuccino for like the first time, and I enjoyed it. When I came back to the United States, I was going to order it, and I had my ex with me at the time, and I was talking about how I like the cappuccino, but he really likes the scum on the top of it, because the foam is skum in Norwegian, but I was calling it the scum. No, the foam is skum. Yeah, you don't want to drink scum. Scum is like what you find around the edge of the bathtub when you're done taking a bath. Then there was the I'm going out to handle, which means in Norwegian, you can say jeg skal ut og handle. I'm going out to buy things, but I would Norglish it and say I'm going out to handle, which sounds kind of weird.
Take the concept of shopping and trading and combine them, and you have the Norwegian word handle.
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 And then there is the word fag in Norwegian, which can be a
subject matter.
Subject matter,
So,
yeah, pronounce F-A-G differently anyway.
Geography, for instance, is a
Fag.
fag.
It
it's
is a subject
in your school.
And here I am.
And if you're an expert on something, you are a fagman.
Yes.
You are a subject matter man in this subject.
Walking to work, I don't know how many times I had walked under the sign on the way to work over the 3 years or something like that. And it wasn't until I heard a group of Americans walking under the sign next to me of this bookstore. And they point to the sign and it says, faghandler. And they're like, fag handler, what a concept. And I just about died. It means subject dealer or educational book dealer anyway. So that was another one I had not thought of before. This was probably in very early 2000s, I think it was. So there's a lot of words like that. The second language I ever learned, though, was actually Spanish. And I took Spanish for 7 years and a couple of refresher courses here and there. And I used to be fluent. I remember being able to dream in it. Now I can remember the words. I can understand what people are saying for the most part. But I cannot remember. I might not be conjugating the verbs correctly, or I might not be able to remember the words, but that was a sad one to lose. When I first started learning Swedish, though, any word I could not remember in Swedish became Spanish because that wasn't English.
You heard what happened to Virginia when she was staying here over COVID.
Say.
The more Norwegian she learned, the more she lost about her German.
There you go.
So she learns Norwegian and she loses German at the same rate.
That's what was going on with my Spanish. Yeah,
back when
Swedish.
I was a shift leader, I just told her, you can have 4 hours of drinking with Holger. As long as you speak German all the time, you can write hours for it. It's not a problem. Because you need to refresh your German so you can actually guide in German.
Okay, I have to make a shout out to Butthead Danny Annoying. I like that one. Butthead Danny Annoying 9488. Nice to meet you. It's his name. See? Butthead Danny Annoying. And then Audra showed up. By the way, Audra, we saw your lovely frog. Ranala Encantadora. Yeah, the lovely frog. Or the enchanted frog. There you go. But Audra, Kaylee bought one of your needles. You can see it earlier in chat anyway while she was here. Sandy says, I was surprised by the way other countries pronounce the spice cumin. Almost spit my tea out. And the Americans will pronounce that one wrong too. Cumin spelled C-U-M-I-N.
I don't know what that is in Norwegian even.
Read C-U-M-I-N.
Come in.
There you go.
I get it, but I don't know what spice we are talking about here.
Cumin, it's karva.
Spiskumrot is something.
Spiskummin, yeah, sorry, spiskummin, yeah, that would be it.
Okay,
You use it bread or something.
I see how this becomes a problem.
Yep. No, so anyway, so I do speak 4 languages, and if you want to say, you want to add Danish in there, that would be a 5th. I do not speak Danish, but I can understand it quite well because I worked with it for 6 years. The counting system's a little tricky.
Yes, but how's your nynorsk?
Nynorsk is just like drita dra. Jävla kuksuger. What do you say? That's how you speak. That's how you speak Norwegian. You want to explain that one to everyone?
Well, she's mostly wrong.
No, I'm not.
Well, if we go by Norwegian law, there is a term in Norwegian, it exists in all dialects, called hestkuk.
That's another one. Hestkuk.
It means horse's dick. It exists in bokmål as well, but in bokmål it's considered really bad. In nynorsk it's considered...
Bokmål is being Oslo Norwegian.
Yeah, okay. It's an insult, but it's not a bad insult. Freedom of speech is something Americans have. Norwegians don't have it fully. So for instance, we are not allowed to insult a police officer. Because the police officer is like a embodiment of the state because he has a uniform, so it's like insulting the state, and that's also forbidden. So you cannot call a police officer a hastcook if you live south of the polar circle. But if you live north of the polar circle, it's considered day-to-day speech, so it's perfectly fine. So you have to be north of the polar circle to call a police officer a horse's cock.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, police officers, some of them are good, and some of them are actually horses' cocks. And not all of the ones that actually are horses' cocks are north of the polar circle.
But
you will run into them in places like Sogndal.
I don't think
and
you
Selje.
have a conversation with anybody in Nynorsk without using the word cock.
Well, depends. Because
Messed up people.
the threshold for how much you can say varies enormously from place to place. Where I am from, extreme west of Norway, descriptive cursing is considered okay.
Yeah, the blue eyes.
So I can use even really bad words to describe completely day-to-day things like the weather or the state of my computer. So I could say things like Den her forpulte greia virker ikke.
You just, instead of saying this thing doesn't work, no, you have to throw in some profanity because you speak Nynorsk.
Yes. So directly translated, this overfucked thing doesn't work. That is kind of okay in my dialect. You wouldn't use it in a job interview or if you are in a police interrogation, but you can use it to your friends. And you can also insult your friends to a pretty high degree where I'm from. It's considered funny. But if you try that in here, no, I mean Indre Sogn, it's the inner part of the Sognefjord. I really should avoid talking to people like if they were from Selje. Because they would take it badly.
By the way, Roger sent a photo which pretty much covers Nynorsk. Take it all in. That's Nynorsk. Thank you, Roger. Huntington Beach representing. There's some more in chat here, though, too, I gotta get at. Sandy says, maybe I'd be learning Norwegian. I love bad words. Motherfucking shit is my favorite, most used word.
What now?
Motherfucking shit is my favorite most used word. Karl is blushing, says Roger. Oh, by the way, there was... Oh, so not for kids today now. We've gone to hell. Oh, Robin Edigosh is getting ready to go way up to Northern California, almost to Oregon. Wow, on a beer run with my brother and sister, hoping to get some sour ale. This is something you would do. Drive long ways to get beer on a beer run.
Well, I don't drive, but if I have a time driver, I might.
Yeah, then you would, definitely. There was... you have to translate, Karin. It's Karin. It's the big ball day, said mother-in-law. Her Danish boyfriend hit the table with his fist, and then I laughed my ass off. True story. It's the big ball day. I have to translate it in Norwegian or in Danish. Det store balledag. But it sounds like a different ball. It's a big ball day. Det store balledag.
These people are Danish, so...
And then her Danish boyfriend hit the table with his fist. How would you say that in the Danish? So, store bolle da.
Yes, but you also have in Danish bolle.
Bolle,
is a
yeah.
verb.
Yeah, which also means a type of bun. It's a bread bun, but it also means...
In Norwegian, yes. But in Danish, it's a verb that means a particular action.
Ah. So,
If you don't believe me, just find a random tourist, a random Danish tourist, and ask, "Skal vi bolle?"
okay. Shall we? Yeah.
I would recommend against it, by the way,
Probably
because
not gonna
they
do
might
that,
take you up on that offer. They might take you up on that offer. They're Danish.
Torben says cumin is what makes taco taste like taco. Let's see. Rally interview from Norway, says Albert. It's like cock long and hard.
What?
Rally interview from Norway. Det är som kuken långt och hard. And then if you... Oh, that's because it's auto-translating on my... YouTube is auto-translating. I was like, why does it say rally interview from Norway? It's like a cock long and hard. And then I'll be like, what? But if I hold the mouse over it, it won't translate it. And it says rally interview from Norway. Det är som kuken lång och hard, which means...
It's like the cock long and hard. You had it correctly translated.
That's how YouTube is tracking it, but it's basically saying it's difficult. Robert says my dad would swear words like punctuation. I only ever swore in front of my mom once, and when I fell out of the loft and landed on her feet. Albert says bolla in Danish means sex or spark. Okay, yeah. Maggie says my nanny used all of the good words she learned from working on the railroad until I used them in church when I was 2, and I had to relearn them as an adult. Oh, there's so many cute videos.
I have to tell something here about my father.
Oh, God.
He very rarely swore. And when he does, it's usually kind of mild swearing. So he might, if he is really, really angry with somebody, he might call them a byting, which basically means changeling. It's a very old insult, meaning that at some point, some goblins changed the baby for one of theirs. So this isn't basically a human. But it's not considered a really bad insult. But one time I saw him go above and beyond in the insult department. Norwegians will know, well, probably know who I'm talking about. Back in the late 80s, early to mid 90s, we had a female...
Charlie Brown.
We had a female prime minister. We've had multiple, so you can choose which side of the political spectrum you want to pick from here.
Go.
And my father absolutely hated this woman with the burning passion of 1,000 suns. So every time she shows up on the television, he will go off on a rant. And my mother's sister, so my aunt, who basically agrees with him, they are following the same political party and not the political party of this prime minister. She also doesn't like her, by the way, but she's making fun of my father for having this burning hatred for this woman. So she says, well, when a man talks this much about a woman, there is usually some kind of interest. And my father, who basically never swears and practically never loses his temper, just goes, fuck no! I wouldn't have fucked her with another man's cock on a 7-foot pole.
And say that in Norwegian because it sounds really good for those who understand.
Jeg vil ikke pult ned med en annen manns kuk på en 7-meters skaft. And it's like... It's like when Jenny occasionally lost control back in the days. It's so bloody unexpected.
It's a woman who's a bit like a church lady.
So much more funny.
And they swear like, they're just talking like this all the time. And then all of a sudden just not necessarily flowers came out of her mouth, but it was delivered in this sense. And you're like... In junior high school, we used to say, yes, son of a biscuit. Another one was mentioning And Maggie says, I know my Nana used, when she wanted to say son of a bitch, she would just say SOB to be polite. I know frequently use words that might make Nana blush. I am a programmer. If the code wouldn't behave, I wouldn't need to swear at it so much. That said, since Sandy, these things belong. These things before, but usually the non-existent cock. Maggie says, okay, I remember that one, but suddenly thinking I'm hearing it with a different understanding. No, there was something else I was going to catch up here. It was a little bit earlier. Secure, and there was. I didn't quite catch this one before. This is when I was talking about the when Kaylee was here visiting the village. By the way, there's this. I didn't get back to Minnesota this year, and I'm loving hearing it in your voice. See, I tell you, those who know. Did I hear you say that Keela's going to the festival? Yes, she is. The needlebinding festival. When she was here, she said that she was definitely going to have to make sure that one shows up, but she really should, because needlebinding is a great part of her identity, and it would be a shame not to have her here. But yes, she is going to be coming to the needlebinding festival in November. The first thing she said is we're going to have to book hotels when we get home. So, but yeah, actually to show a little bit about... Trim is answering your cat, thinking she's our cat chatting. Say hi, Carla. Trim's not supposed to be listening to all this talk about bad words. He's supposed... Se du må passe på katter. Trim, og ikke hør på alle disse dårlige ting som Karl sier. Don't listen to all these bad things that Karl says. But what Trim does like to hear me say is "are." How would you say we are fine? Or, no, we are roller skating in Norwegian.
Vi går på rulleskøyter.
Say it again.
Vi går på rulleskøyter.
Okay, and when I say vi går på rulleskøyter, my R's don't sound like yours.
Sounded fine to me.
You say går, say vi går. You say...
Vi går.
I say vi går. Okay. Vi er.
Vi er.
There's something there. So Trim thinks it's really cute when he hears my R's because it sounds horrible. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger's trying to speak English. It doesn't sound very good whatsoever. But fortunately for me, the Norwegian thinks it's charming. And then, then I have to really work my R's.
Clearly, the Americans find Arnold Schwarzenegger charming too.
Well, of course they do now. No, but I don't know. It's for me, it's like nails on a chalkboard, but they love it. So yes. So I would have to overdo it with Trim and say, what do you mean I can't say my R's? Hva mener du jeg kan ikke si R-ene mine? That's when I'm really pushing my American dialect now. Hva mener du jeg kan ikke si R-ene? But I still have it even if I'm trying not to. Anyway, so he thinks that was quite fun. So I had to overdo it and I mean, if he's going to make fun of my R's, then I'm going to really make fun of my R's.
Look at her.
Yeah, she's very happy now. Cute. Torben says your rolling R is influenced by your retroflex R, Karen. Ah, okay, maybe. But also in 7 years of Spanish, the most I could say, they have an R and they have a double R. Both of them are rolled, but the double R is really rolled, and that's about as far as I can do it. I cannot roll it more than that, but that's after 7 years of Spanish, that's as much as I can roll my R's. I can do it just a little bit, but 7 years of Spanish, I can get that far. In Norwegian, just forget it.
We don't have a double R in
Norwegian. No, in Spanish they do. They have R and they have double R. They're and R, and R, and it's like really hard for me to be able to do that. But in Norway, you roll your R's quite a bit actually in some dialects.
Well, some southern eastern dialects, yeah.
Yeah, like Stavanger. I don't know. I have a really, really hard time rolling my R's, though. It's not something
I've told this story before, I presume. But
there you go. Sandy couldn't do it either.
When we went to the Teachers Academy, me and Torben, one of the teachers we had in science was from Stavanger area. So
Stavanger.
he speaks in this very, very thick Stavanger accent or dialect. And this is back in the early 2000s. And one of the new features of cell phones back then was that there was a function you could use to just record the other side of a conversation. So it doesn't record what you are saying, it just records what the other party is saying.
Oh, okay.
And one of our friends called this teacher and basically asked him some completely mundane questions about school and recorded his side of the conversation. So it basically came out as, yes, hello, student. Yeah, that sounds fine. Yes, that's a great idea. Okay, good luck with that. So he kept replaying this, and then he says new things all the time. So it sounds like he's having a conversation with the teacher that we all know and recognize. But the teacher's reaction is completely off the wall considering what he is actually saying. So it's like, hello, it's Eric. Hello, Eric. What do you want? Now I was wondering, could I come by and ravage your daughters? That sounds like a wonderful idea. Okay, then I'll bring some friends and I will come by about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Yes, Eric, just do that. Bye-bye. And he kept doing it, and most of us picked up on it pretty quickly because the teacher was saying the same thing every time. But we went to school with one guy who's from the...
Was it Eirik Mygge?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's what Torben asked.
We went to school with one guy who's from right outside of Bergen, who never caught on. And Eirik keeps making it worse, 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 worse. And it's like spectacularly, unrepeatably bad. And this guy is still going, why does he let you talk to him like that? It's bizarre. Is he mentally handicapped?
By the way, Robert Reynolds, representing Scotland, says, from a Scots person who skates, the Norwegian for skating is something else. And rolling your R's is easy. Don't know why you guys, that was a bad slur. But you don't know why you guys struggle so much. Laugh out loud. And then Novia quickly points out, the Scots roll their R's. Robert Reynolds, it's about the best. Anyway, but yeah, no, you guys got a lot of rolling R's in your language. We have Americans who can roll them. It's the... I can't do it, but there are some that... Can you do your R's, Cecilia?
I can, but I struggle.
Let's see. Oh, Jesus, you suck.
It cuts out.
Now, the Spanish are really good at rolling their R's, too.
For long.
You can't hold it for long? No. You can barely at all, but you do way better than I do. But laugh out loud, like a more modern prank call thing. Sounds like someone could do a lot of damage with that one, says Sandy.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, Needle Binding Festival. I'm going to show this one more time because I know Karl probably needs a 5-second break. I don't know, your beer ran out, so you tell me.
5-second break.
Take some more than that. No, you usually, if you're going to do that, then let me unplug the phone for a second. There you go. Because I should show the needle binding thing. Gudvangen Needle Binding Festival. There it is. Oh, you're looking at me, not the screen, sorry. Gudvangen Needle Binding Festival, right there. That is this event here. There you can see November 6th through November 8th in Njardarheimer, the home of Njord, or Viking Valley, Gudvangen. So this is the page for that. Oops. See, there we go. Got it set up. If you want, you can click on discussion. And then you'll see the things that we have planned for this so far. Recent activity, Kristen is going to be holding a basic needle binding conference or workshop. If you want to join that, we do have a festival pass. The festival pass will be 400 krona for one day, or 650 for all 3 days. And basically that includes your regular entry tickets. So it just means that those with the pass are allowed to be in the village after 2 o'clock when we close at that time of year. But if you want to take any of this workshop or any workshop, the 500 krona for this one is in addition to that. But you pay that 500, you pay directly to her. We don't take anything for it. We only take the entry fee because we're sponsoring the lectures. That's what that goes to. Then Sally Pointer would also be holding one card called Cord as You Go, which is this is one of the ones that I took, or part of the one that I took when I was went over the first time about 1.5 years ago, I think. Anyway, but I was learning cordage crafts, but this one is you make a cord as you needle bind as well. So if you want to needle bind with plant fiber, that's a really good one to learn. Further down, you will see Lila is going to be doing a plant dyeing workshop as well. You sign up directly with Lila, and all the information for that one is here. It is written in Norwegian, but you can copy paste it into Google Translate to see it better. But it says basically plant dyeing course during the needle binding festival. Then you have Audra, who is going to be hosting a sock workshop. So if you wanted to learn how to make a null bound sock, and this, by the way, is the queen of the naughty length socks. So if you're interested, you can also sign up directly with Audra. These ones you can kind of click on them and sign up directly in the event, or sign up, just contact them and send a message that you're going. Different ones have different length of time available, or different amount of people that can fit into their workshops. They will be during opening hours, or regular opening hours, 10:30 to 2. These workshops will be taking place in the village in the Viking houses, but after 2 o'clock on Friday, they can take place in Heidrun as well. When we're having lectures, they will also be in Heidrun. Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we'll be having the lectures from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and they'll probably be in the hall as well, and you can ask a question if you need to here and there. I was also thinking Friday, because we don't have lectures in the hall on Friday, and it's a big hall, so they can do courses in different corners. I think that would also be a great time to bring your stash yarn, and we could do a yarn swap, or just either pick up maybe you want somebody's old yarn, and maybe you want to trade for some of yours. So that I think would be a fun idea. But here's the Needle Binding Festivals information. Viking Valley, November 6th through 8th, and there you have Sally Pointer's lecture, Prehistoric Knoll Binding. The earliest evidence for loop manipulated techniques dates back to the Mesolithic and reflects a deep understanding of the properties of plant materials and cordage techniques by our early ancestors. In this session, we'll review the evidence for early looped structures and consider how the material choices made can inform how we view the development of textiles, basketry, and more modern null binding structures. These guys, I cannot hold a candle to them. I wouldn't even know where to begin on these topics. Maybe I could begin, but I sure as hell couldn't get very far. But these guys know all the details. Anne-Marie Decker, null binding around the world. Null binding is a technique that has been practiced worldwide across 6 occupied continents. This presentation will touch on some of the fascinating variety of null binding seen from the Stone Age to today. The brilliant color and figural works from the Andes, the lost socks of Egypt, and the turkey-feathered yarn of the cliff dweller socks, high medieval gloves of Europe, Giva shoes of Persia, the rabbit fur blankets of the Ojibwe, full-body mask costumes of the Pende in Central Africa, and others. So this will be good. Then you have Ingela Andersson, Lindberg, experimenting with null binding, exploring textures and colors. If you've seen her work, she, for example, did a whole research on just taking the Oslo stitch and, for example, and changing the connection. And she went 86 plus different connections just for one stitch. So you can see really how far you can stretch this. My point of view in null binding experiments inspired by historical null binding, mainly Swedish from the medieval times and onwards. I love the versatility of the craft and the wide range textures that can be created with just using a piece of yarn and a needle. In 2023, I wrote a paper on the Nalbinding connections, and last year my text on Nalbinding in Sweden resulted in Nalbinding being inscribed on the UNESCO list of intangible heritage in Sweden. That's a really, really interesting one. So she does modern Nalbinding as well as I also have modern Nalbinding interpretation, but they're different. So the fact that I didn't want to get mine confused with hers because they're not the same, I'm going to focus on from sheep to Nalbinding product. So wool was a very important commodity in the Viking Age, which provided much warmth and durability. Viking Valley Gudvangen is home to 2 Gammelnorsk spelsaw rams, Old Norwegian Shorttail, which is one of the oldest breeds of sheep in Northern Europe. Karin, that's me, will demonstrate one way to process their wool and the steps they use to create a null-bound object for it. And because Gudvangen is the home of this one, there you can see. Those are 2 hats that I actually did make straight from our sheep. This one is Svarten, and it's kind of interesting how light it got as it got mixed with a coat of hair. And this one is Grotas. So that one I show you about there. And then, as Torben, I think, suggested here in chat, because I saw Albert saying, yes, Torben, it's in the boathouse. Yeah, we've decided what are we going to do with all these significant others that may or may not be interested in Nalbinding, but need something to do while we drool all over the yarn and the textiles and all the really good stuff. We've decided we're going to throw this man in the boathouse. With his Warhammer figures and things, and maybe other people, Greg might be in there with his Magic the Gathering, etc. But your Warhammer, tell me, what are you going to do? We're going to throw people in there with you.
Kill team is manageable.
This is why I can't do Warhammer. Yep.
Warhammer battles probably is not.
Okay.
Because it requires such a comical amount of pieces on the board. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll stick with kill team.
We're gonna stick with...
if somebody brings an army and somebody else brings an army, then of course they can fight the Warhammer battle. That's fine.
So if you're geeky in a different way than needle-binding geeky, you can go and play with Karl in the boathouse. Bring warm clothing and bring your own beer, I guess. But you can hang out in the man cave or in the geeky cave, but then there's some saying, I want to do both.
You didn't get Ager to sponsor this?
No, I thought about having some sponsored people on there, but Twirl said because we can't really, we don't know how big the crowds are, it's the first one that we're going to do. So instead, we will ask Hillesvåg, for example, if they can sponsor a discount on the yarn that we have. For example, Ager cannot sponsor a discount on beer, but you're more than happy to buy it in the shop during opening hours and drink it in the boathouse. But
if Ager mysteriously loses a case of beer?
No, can't do it. But we'll also have Runa come, for example, and he has this needles that he makes from needle-binding needles that he makes. I want him to teach how to do that too, but we'll see if he's available. Outer's got needles. There's all kinds of fun things so that you can bring anyway. There are how to get there is another thing. I keep posting that on the page, but for some reason it's not sticking on the page. I don't know why, because I've tried to post it 3 times, I think. But I will bring it up this way and try posting it again. Is it this one? There we go. This is the one I keep trying to post on the page, on that Facebook group, but it's not sticking, or the face thing. Okay, so this is Gudvangen. This is E16. Bergen is this way. Oslo is that way. This is the highway that kind of cuts Norway in half. Viking Valley is this whole section here. There's the Joker gas station. Joker gas station is right there. And there's a little kayak place here, which is probably closed at that time of year. Here's the docks. Here's the wonderful fjord where they took the picture for the Norwegian football team or soccer team. Anyway, and then you can go right across this little footbridge, or you can drive this way. Or that way, alternatively. You can find Gudvangen Budget Hotel, and you can find Gudvangen Fjord Hotel, or Fjordtel. This looks like a really long distance, but this, if you walk from there, that would take you about 15 minutes or less. So if you here's about maybe a 2-minute walk to each other.
I would
But-
say considerably less if you are not using a
Okay, if you're overweight like me, it might take you 15 minutes. In the overweight and in the snow trudging.
From the main entrance to the boathouse, it's 250 meters.
From here to here. This is where the boathouses are, down on that end.
Yeah.
And this is our main entrance here.
That's a 250-meter walk.
Yeah, that'd take you about a
So-
minute.
The whole circuit here, walking over both bridges and around in a circle,
Yeah.
is a little bit over 1 kilometer. So
Well, there you go, right there. That distance from there to there, about my fingernail here, is about 50 meters.
Yeah.
So there you can see. That means this is 50 meters. So 50, well, maybe 150 meters. It's not that far. If you want, you can try the camping places as well. Not that you'd be able to really put up a tent there right now, but they do have little cabins. There's Gudvangen camping, and Vong camping is about 400 meters that way, just down the road here. And where we are is even a little further over Hemra camping. But there is food to be served at the Gudvangen Cafe. It might normally be closed at this time of year, but they are going to make sure it's open for us. They also serve pizza and handmade or homemade baguettes and things. Then you have the Fjordtal restaurant, which has bigger meals and a lot of Viking chairs you can sit in. The roof is all glass, so you can see the avalanches when they come.
And the building is also round, so it won't be flattened by the avalanches, even if they hit.
Yeah, the campsite website says they are not open in November, most likely, but you could always try to call them and see if they can open a cabin. If they can get somebody to man it for that weekend, they might. But
Yeah.
you can ask them. I don't know. I can't promise anything. I did call her and ask if they would be open. She said she can't promise anything, but they can call and try. But anyway, there's about 10 cabins here, and then this one has probably about 10 cabins at least too.
But also, if
The cabins are
against
heated.
expectation everything is full, there is also hotels in Flom.
Yeah. About Underdal is through 2 tunnels, or no, it's through 1 tunnel this way and a little bit over, and 2 tunnels over is Flom. There's also big hotels there too. But no, there's still plenty of room in the hotel. In November, the reason we chose November is because it's the off season both for the Viking Village, so we don't have to compete with other things. But also the hotel rates drop drastically during that time of year because it's a lot less busy than in the summer. My boss owns the hotels, so that's how I know. But anyway, I told her because you can buy tickets at the door or for the festival, you don't need to order them online. There's plenty of room in here for everybody. So the only way we'll actually really know how many people are coming is by checking the bookings at the hotels. But actually, there's a lot of people signed up all the way from United States. There's Netherlands, Spain, England. They're coming from everywhere now. Belgium too. Anna's coming, by the way. Anyway, here also there's the Viking Diner. This is where you can get burgers and burgers, fries, and fish, and maybe a chicken salad or something. That's connected. That's it. That shares the same entry as us. This little festival cafe will be open. There is a cafe that's in the middle of the village that is usually not open at this time of year. It is run by the Fjordtel, but they will come and make something that you can ladle in. It'll either be soup or it might be a stew or something, but something warm will be served during the festival for that time. So no registration ahead of time. No need to register at a time. We got plenty of room and there's a really big building here that we'll all fit into. Between 10:30 and 2 o'clock, there are regular guided tours, plus archery and axe throwing. Karl will be guiding, of course, as well. That'll be open as normal. But after 2 o'clock, this hall will open, and most people will go in there because it's heated.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see after 2.
It's get dark quickly.
Yeah.
In the winter part of the year. It won't immediately go into. It's not like we turn the light off at 2. But this
The
is
sun
when
doesn't come
November.
up. Yeah, the sun doesn't come up at the end of October. The sun goes down,
Yeah,
and it doesn't come up again.
you won't have direct sunlight at any point.
You'll have
But,
light, but not direct sunlight.
It won't get proper dark until between 4 and 5. I guess in November.
Yeah, no. So it'll still be light enough to see. It might be a little bit. It'll probably be dark by 6 o'clock for sure.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
we'll have the way lit up a bit so that you can see. Then of course there's the grocery store, the Joker gas station and grocery store. This is like the one-stop everything. That's where you get your beer. That's where you can also get on tap here. That's where you get your beer. That's where you get your pharmaceutical products if you need them. That's where you get your mail. That's where you get everything.
Yeah.
But they'll have also hot dogs. They have simple things like hot dogs and heated toast, baguettes, simpler things too, depending on what you want to eat. Then how to get here? You can take a car. I believe Torben has some room in his car from Voss. So Bergen has a bus that goes from Bergen to Oslo, and it will stop here on E16. Torben says he'll bring some cans of apple juice. You absolutely could. You could probably even open a little stand and sell your apple juice there if you wanted to in the hall there if you wanted to, Torben. We won't take anything for that. The only reason we decided not to call in vendors is because we couldn't guarantee how big the crowds would be, and some of them get really disappointed if they're expecting lots of people and there isn't, that kind of thing. But otherwise, we actually have no problem with vendors. We don't take anything on top of that. Is it spicy apple juice, Torben? Yeah, then you would need a license to serve. That's different. Anyway, but the bus that goes between Bergen and Oslo will stop here at E16. And then it's just a little quick walk there or a walk there to your hotel where you need to go.
That's something we would have to talk to Toril about, but it wouldn't be entirely impossible.
No, it wouldn't be entirely impossible. There we go. The another place, yeah, you know if there's a ferry? There is, but I don't know the ferry schedules. So some of the buses, if it says, I mean, all the buses will go by E16, but if the bus says Ferrykai, which means the ferry dock, then there's a huge parking spot here where all these buses come in, and people will take the ferry to go to Kaupanger, etc. The ferry dock's here. The thing is, you'd have to check with probably Nordland and find out.
They have this electric ferry thing that goes from Flom to Gudvangen.
To plug this in.
But that thing is extremely allergic to ice.
Yeah, we do get avalanches.
Yeah, and I'm not thinking of the avalanches.
You're thinking about ice here because this is brackish water. This is fresh water. That's salt.
Yeah, but so if there is even a thin layer of ice on the fjord, they can't get into the port.
The ferry is electric, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is another ferry that goes in the summer here. That's just like a big boat.
It looks like a fucked up accordion.
Yeah, it does. I can actually show you that. Let's see. Let's see. Ferry. Gudvangen to Flom. Fjord. Okay, Norway's best has probably got some anyway, but this is, you'd have to kind of fish around in there because I'm not exactly sure what those are. This is what the ferry looks like. And that is in the Gudvangen Fjord, by the way. But it's supposed to, I've actually never taken that ferry. I have to do that one day.
I've done it once.
Yeah. Is the ferry from Kaupanger running in November? That I'm not sure. That one you'd have to check. The one that goes for Kaupanger does not look like this because it can take cars on board.
Yeah, and that's a big and long one.
Yeah.
That sounded
really bad. Kaupanger. That one looks... That's not Gudvangen. There's no picture. Oh, it looks like this. There we go. It looks a bit more like that. Oh, look, it's Oda. Oh, wait, focus. I'm trying to show off. Maybe this is the actual fishing boat. No, but anyway, but it's not the exact same car ferry, but that's when they kind of, I don't know how many cars can fit on that thing, but that's what the boat will look like that goes to Kaupanger. But I'm sure they're running in the winter. It's just I don't know what their hours are in November, so that one you want to do check. I'd like to go to Bergen by ferry sometime. Someone, being me, got this crazy idea. You can, but you're going to have to ferry to Flom first. This one here, you can check this one here. Find a ferry that gets you to Flom, and then make sure that you can connect from Flom to Gudvangen. At least at that time. So this is norwaysbest.com. There should be someone, most of our tickets are sold through Norway's Best, and I see them all coming with ferry tickets as well, or shuttle bus tickets as well, in addition to the village tickets. By the way, if you buy tickets to see the village, that is not, you won't be able, via Norway's Best, you will not be able to get festival tickets via Norway's Best. You will have to just buy them at the entrance. There is no, but as far as regular ticket prices, there's no difference between buying it on Norway's Best or buying it at the gate. It's the same price anyway. But you won't be able to get festival tickets, and we are not able to reimburse a regular ticket to the village. So I was going to say the one thing, if you're booking with Norway's Best for the festival, don't book a village ticket. Get that at our entrance, because we won't be able to reimburse it. It's, yeah, anyhow. Although maybe we can find a way where you're only paying the difference, actually. That might be better. Let's see, where did my picture go? But anyway, yeah, so that's where the ferry would come in. If you're coming from Oslo, you would just come out of a tunnel and you're here. Voss is about 40 minutes that way, also has a lot of hotels. The extreme sports capital of Norway. Let's see if I can get this there. But yeah, that's pretty much most of what I can say about that for now. I did talk to Toril. We will be making tote bags for the Gudvangen Viking Festival. I mean, not Viking Festival, the Gudvangen Nalbinding Festival. We will be making some tote bags. So you'll be able to get yarn bags. Let's see if I'm missing anything else, because we're getting kind of late here now. Torben says, we have some leftover helicopter licenses here. Maybe I should arrive in style. You can actually rent a helicopter and land in Gudvangen. That is possible. I think someone did it just last week.
Yeah, I know, it's possible.
You can also rent a super yacht and come to Gudvangen.
Yes.
It's possible. I have no idea who you contact, but that's how they get there. And in some cases, you can parachute into Gudvangen, but you might have some issues doing that in November because it's colder.
All things are possible. It's just a matter of money. If you want to parachute a super yacht into Gudvangen with 12 Elvis impersonators singing your praises all the way,
yeah,
it's possible. You just need an enormous amount of money.
Torben says the ferry from Kaupanger is MF Solnafjord. That would be the car ferry. Anne says, I'd like to go to Bergen by ferry. Someone, being me, got this crazy idea. No, it absolutely would be beautiful to do that. We have taken the ferry from Bergen to Selja, but I haven't taken it to Flom. I would love to. One of these days I'm going to see Nardoy Fjorden.
She's talking about the express boat.
We call it a ferry because it ferries people. No? No?
It's an express boat.
It goes super fast. That one doesn't look like an accordion. We're coughing like men. I started looking up light flights last week, says Sandy. My pockets aren't deep enough. Just keep watching. One of these days they'll go, right? I'm hoping. Sounds like a challenge, says Torben. I forget which. Oh, and a Viking ship. We're still working on the Viking ship. If you see a Viking ship in the fjord, it most likely belongs to Bjorn Vik and is called Tyra. It's his boat. It's his ship. He can we will let him park it out on the fjord rent free if he wants to, no problem. Charge tickets for people to go on there, etc. That would be absolutely no problem, because we love having that boat in the.
Yeah.
But it's expensive as hell for him to get it here, and he also has 2 boats that he's trying to do at the same time. And so he needs a captain.
It's November.
It's in November. Yeah, no. So
so you need a particular type of moron to actually pay somebody to be out on the fjord in November.
Yeah, but if you want his ad, you have 30,000 kroner, you can probably get him to take the the Viking ship out, because I think that's just about how much it's going to cost him in diesel.
And also, the fjord is unlikely to be frozen in November.
Yeah.
But it's not unthinkable.
No.
And if it is, I don't think I would want to run a Viking ship through even very thin ice.
Oh, Torben says, by the way, the apple juice not for selling, for drinking. I'll bring some cans of apple juice. You can absolutely. But yeah, no, if you want anything to, yeah, I was going to say in the boathouse, you guys can do your own thing. That's a private thing. But We would have to have Fjordtel would have to be there because we don't have a license to serve alcohol.
Yeah, but if you're drinking something, I don't think anybody will ask what that something is.
So no registrations ahead of time. No, just get your tickets at the door. We got plenty of space for you. Robert says, Joker for fodder, or for fodder, but oostpulse with bacon. Hell yeah. Oostpulse med bacon, I can speak, is a cheese hot dog or cheese sausage with bacon on it. It's so really good. I have a kid over there who's been working at Joker all summer making these things.
Yeah. And she won't eat the bacon.
She won't eat the bacon because the pigs are cute. She had no problem munching on the chicken though. That's.
I told you about Ligo's little issue.
No.
She had a day when she was basically going, the tourists are really stupid this year.
No.
Because she is trying to do her guided tour interactive, so she is asking the tourists questions while she is guiding them. I know the tourists are stupid, so I just don't do that anymore. But she basically says, okay, and does anybody know where the Vikings got wool from? And the day when she was really out of sorts, she had had 2 guided tours on both of them, and tourists had said, cows.
Torben said, as long as you don't sell it, you don't need alcohol permit. BYOB is totally legal in private parties. There you go.
Yep.
So that one we'll have to keep in mind. Oops, sorry, burping.
As long as you don't feed the miners, everything is fine.
Good night and sweet dreams from Trim. So now you can swear as much as you like. Thank you, Ragnhild. That was funny. Come on, Karl, a midnight beer run to Flom. I'll bring the crowbar and some balaclavas. And Sandy says, is it bad if I might fit more in the men's area than in the women's area? Nope. That just makes you normal in Gudvangen. I've noticed the overlap between Viking, Nalbinding, and Warhammer is actually quite big.
Well, Warhammer is quite big now. So it's no longer something that just really weird nerds are doing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not soccer popular, but it is like collecting. It's probably more popular than collecting stamps, to put it like that.
Maggie says, I'd love to attend a paid Zoom if live stream for lectures. I'm not certain the travel will work with the budget. No, it's not easy. It's not cheap to come to Norway either. That's why we were thinking whenever we do this the first time, we're going to do it right. And that's why I got that's why I got Sally and Anne and England, because you needed to make sure you needed more than me anyway to come here for it. But the thing is, I don't know if we're going to be able to live stream it or not. I mean, it would be something that would be fun to do, but I don't know what we're allowed to do or not. That's not in my realm of planning. Yeah.
I get so many customers complaining that like everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah. So there's my kid sitting over. She works at Joker now this summer, and she says, I get so many people here complaining that everything is so expensive. And she says, what the fuck am I supposed to do about it? No. You know what my answer is? That standard answer. Welcome to Norway.
Yeah. I use,
it's expensive in Norway.
I use a variation of the same thing, but
you can buy bread and butter in the grocery store and eat that all week if you want.
It's probably worse in Joker than it is in the Viking village.
Because it's connected to a gas station. Yeah.
No, it's because they get normal people.
Yeah.
And we get really rich people who come specifically to have a... no matter where you are from in the universe, and you decide to go to a foreign country, and you decide that, oh, let's go to Norway this year, you are not a poor person. Pretty much by definition. Unless you are Norwegian or Swedish, in which case you might be.
Yeah.
Because you can just jump in your car and drive there. But if you are Spanish, Italian, French, or whatever, if you decide to go to Norway, then you could have gone to Turkey, Serbia, I don't know where I go, somewhere there. You
Yeah.
clearly have enough money.
I was gonna say, yeah, but it's also it's a touristy area. We're in a very touristy location, and those tend to be a
Yeah.
bit more expensive.
But also, I don't really feel a need to defend the prices. It's
No.
like, well, it costs this. Do you want it?
I have to say, with the majority of the things in the shop, though, they're handcrafted. That's why they cost a lot.
Yeah, but it's
Because
also,
we, you know, they don't want to sell their craft cheap, and
it's also, I don't have time to haggle with every single one of you motherfuckers.
yeah,
So it boils
That's
down to, well, this is the price. Do you want it?
Norway is not a haggling country. Some countries they practically expect you to haggle for the prices, but not here. Norway, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
no,
You
I
can't change the price.
I shouldn't give his
You
name
can't
here,
actually,
but we have a coworker who used to sell silver in the Viking village,
Yeah.
and he absolutely 15 exclamation points here hates haggling. And
Oh
then-
yeah, he'll make it more expensive.
yeah. Then you had a guide for some foreign tourists who want to buy a particular type of thing, but she is from a place where haggling is more common. So she basically goes, I want it, but it's too expensive. I can buy shit like this in the streets of Italy for a much cheaper price. And he basically explodes on her face and says, if you want to buy shit on the streets of Italy, you do that. But if you want to buy that thing, now the price is doubled. And then she tries to get one of the tourists from her group to buy it for the posted price.
Yeah.
And he catches onto it, so he just takes the thing and hides it. So with him, haggling backfires spectacularly.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Well, you know who I'm talking about, and maybe two of you know who I'm talking about, but I shouldn't say who I'm talking about.
No, but he's not the only one. That's the other thing too. So it's really he's not the only one. There's actually quite a few people that way. But haggling, and the only thing you could really do is maybe barter for a better price if you're going to get a larger quantity. I have actually done that because some people, depending on which products they're going to get, I really like this item. This is really cool. I have to buy 20 to 30 of them for my employees for a Christmas party. Would you have a better rate? That would be like a quantity discount. In some cases, depending on where they got, if it's not like something that we're selling on commission, for example. In some cases, yeah, we can do a slightly better price when you're buying 20 to 30 of them, yeah. But that's not...
I'm not in the shop anymore. And
Yeah.
when I used to be, back in the days when we only had the sea shop and the very early days of the superstore, I have kind of a discretionary opportunity to give people a little bit of a discount. But when somebody comes with like 15 items and put them on the desk in front of me and go, oh, can I have a discount? Or no, this isn't really worth it. I don't want it for this price. It's like, well,
Then don't buy it.
then fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Then just don't buy it. It's not for you.
I use my discretion to either, if I am sure I have to, because you have taken the bother of taking all these things and putting them on the desk in front of me. You are going to buy them, whether I give you a discount or not.
This is true. In most
There is
cases.
no, I have nothing to gain from giving you a discount except that you will like me a little bit better or you will think I'm an idiot. And I don't care about either of those things. So it's like, no discount for you. But what was our limit for children who go free for free? Was it 5 years?
4, yeah. 4 and under.
Yeah. So what I do instead is that if I see a kid that is clearly older than 4 years old, but also I don't think he will get the full benefit of the experience because of the language barrier, I let that kid in for free.
Yeah.
So I use the discretion where it kind of makes sense to use it, not where it makes no sense.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm not an expert at this, so sometimes my ideas backfire a little bit. So back when, in 2012, when Georg had his shop in Flom, I would occasionally give away these leather cords to kids, because I think if they have the leather cord, they will probably buy things to put on the leather cord. The problem is that this is in Flom. You have like 7 souvenir shops.
Oh yeah, and
So the
it's all the same
kids
crap
get a
as
free leather cord, and then they go around to all the other souvenir shops and buy little trinkets, and then they come back to me to have me make the slip knot on the little leather cord. It's like, okay, yeah, that backfired, so I should probably not do that anymore. But we have pretty good profit on selling a leather cord for 15 kroner.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's been a while since you worked in the shop now because it's 35 kroner.
Yeah, but
Price of leather's
35?
gone up. Yeah, but it's leather. It's not
hell?
rounded leather cord. But yeah, no, that's per a whole meter though. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I thought you were, like,
no, that's a
talking about-
meter for leather cord. Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say
I was gonna say I would start haggling for that price.
Sandy says, I loathe haggling and I'm used to seeing things I know I just can't afford. And she likes his attitude and approach, by the way, the one we know that just raises it up anymore. Bulk discounts are reasonable and not disrespectful, and I like haggling. And not disrespectful like haggling. Yeah, bulk discounts is a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's like if you're going to buy 20 tickets, you get a better price, but you have to pay for them all together.
you have to basically do it in advance. Don't put a lot of stuff on the desk in front of me and go, oh, by the way, can I have a discount? Go, hey,
No, you have to ask.
if I buy 7 of these, can I get a discount? Then I will give you one for free, most likely.
She's so happy. Yeah. No, but we do have group discounts on tickets. We'd probably, I mean, but the thing, that would be another thing. If you're 20 or more people, you get a better discount, a better price for entry in the village, but you have to pay for them together. We've had some people go, I've got 40 people, I want the better price, but we can't sit there and do 40 cards. It'll take forever to get you through the store. So
Yeah. But
then
it
you have
takes
to have one
forever
person paying
whether
for
they get
it.
a discount or not. But the
Yeah.
point is, these are relatively big amounts of money. And these guides come back over and over again. So they should always be treated the same way.
Yeah.
So we should have a standard system for how we deal with them. Okay, the limit is 19. I count 18. So no discount for you. Okay, you're 19, it's fine. But you have to pay only once. Because if we start to be wiggle-woggly about this, then they will basically go, fuck, we don't know. And then they will always go back to the best deal they've ever had, and they will always tell everybody they deal with that that's how we used to do it. No, you give me a discount when I come with 11 people. And yes, no, it's no problem that I pay individually. And it's like, yes, but these things are actual problems. And if the rule says 19, I'm very much a black and white person. If a rule is a rule, the rule is the rule. It's like, yeah, okay, I lost 11 tickets because the guide actually got angry enough to take his entire group back on the bus and drive to Bodø. It's never going to happen. If he's standing in front of him with 11 people behind him, he is going to buy the tickets.
There was more in there as far as back to the drinking thing. Torben says you can also hang up a sign that says "Don't feed the minors," but actually, and then they're talking about drinking ages. No one under 18 or 21 is allowed to drink. But what is the drinking age in Norway?
18 for
There you go.
beer and wine. 20, I think.
I think it's 21 for spirits.
I believe it's 20.
Okay,
But I
might be,
can't
yeah.
actually Google that. It's
Yeah.
been a while since I was that young, so...
Yeah. So that's one thing. Then there was another one.
21 for pistols and heavy motorcycles, but I think you can drink hard liquor
This
a
is
year
another-
before that.
This one I'm actually not sure of either while you're Googling. Does Norway have marijuana-friendly or medical laws?
No.
No, it's marijuana's out here, big time. No, to the point where you don't, I mean, I don't even like it when someone's burning sage in the village because it smells like Amsterdam and it's like, it gives the wrong impression, but no, that's big trouble with marijuana. Let's see, then there's a little bit of debate back and forth for that. Yeah, because there are people use it for medical reasons, etc. But I don't even know if you can. I don't even know what Norway has with that.
I don't think we have that.
I don't think you have that at all. No, it's a fairly recent thing in the United
Yeah,
States
it's
as well.
18 for everything under 22% by volume, and 20 for what's over.
Here's another interesting one. If you're a smoker, by the way, you can't smoke in the village, but you can smoke outside of it. However, I believe, I don't know if it still is, but cigarettes in the United States used to be 16.
What?
Yeah, you could, yeah, watch your sushi, the cat's watching it. Yeah,
There
but
is,
here it's 18.
there is a designated smoking area in the village.
There is
Also,
yeah, there
drive
is
a
one. I forgot
car
about
at
that. There is
16,
one.
can't you?
That's right outside the hydrant hall in the background, right around it. Huh?
Can't you like drive at 16?
You can drive at 16. You
I
can
think
smoke
it's
at
so
16,
dumb.
but you cannot buy alcohol or drink alcohol at 16 in the United States. But they might have changed the limit on cigarettes up to 18 now. I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah. And that was another what Sandy was saying too. Max, I've never done Nalbinding and wasn't familiar with it till finding Karin. I've always loved Norway though and reenactment stuff, so the vibe is fun and the beauty is what attracted me. It's amazing. I thought we had Sandy, might have been one from Hago actually, one of the Hago guides. Because we used to do online guiding. We still kind of do it on booking. If it's arranged in advance with our boss, we can still do online guiding, but it's tricky because of the time zone and the light. And the time of year at which we can do it anyway. But we used to do, back in COVID days, we used to do a lot of online guiding. That was quite fun. And we got a few people there that met us that way. And then now, and then we've got some on YouTube and then some that find us on
What is he eating?
needle binding. He's trying to eat Cecilia's sushi. Did you give in and give him a piece of fish? Sucker.
There's something red in his mouth, so either his tongue is out all the way or...
No, he's got a piece of salmon hanging out of it. The cat has a piece
It
of salmon
wasn't a
hanging out of
huge
his...
piece though. He just had it at the tip of his,
Yeah, now Karl is not happy. You realize we have 3 cats, right?
which he's not gonna notice. She's
Oh, she is. She's, look at her. She notices. She's like, I don't think that's a tongue hanging out of his mouth. That looks like fish. Robert says, you should really give it a try, Sandy. It's quite therapeutic. It is quite therapeutic, actually.
Needle binding or going to Norway.
Both. But anyway,
Norway is only therapeutic.
are we trying for 4 hours again? It seems like
on
it,
this
actually.
side of the polar circle.
No, we can't go for 4 hours today. I gotta make some dinner at some point, but it is almost 8 o'clock. Crap, we've been doing this for, no, 10 o'clock. We've been doing it for 3 hours now.
Yeah, you can't stop.
Nope, I can't. But, no, I was trying to think if there was anything else we needed to cover, though. But the Needle Binding Festival has always got a lot of questions and such to it. But I'm definitely looking forward to it after all this time talking about, oh, we have to do a needle binding convention. But it's nice to see. We weren't sure how many people would be willing to come out as far as Gudvangen, so we wanted to make sure that when we did do it, we advertised the crap out of it, do it right, bring in the right speakers.
Mom?
You fail. My kid is not allowed to have sushi. By the way, how do you eat sushi in Gudvangen, little place of 65 people with all the little restaurants I just showed you? If you follow along on a Facebook group, and there's this one from Voss that says, we will deliver to sushi on the last day of the month. We will deliver sushi on the last day of the month. You have to meet us at once about outside the gas station and put your orders in before the day, and then we will drive up, and then you just show us your message and pick up your sushi and go.
It's
so
much easier.
It's so cute. Yeah. Well, otherwise you gotta like go
1,
40 minutes.
Get boat. 2, get boat on water. 3, get out on fjord. 4, fish. 5, don't cook it.
1, Karl cannot get his goddamn boat out on the water. 2, we get out into the water finally and he can't catch a damn fish. 3, we bring a guy with a fish finder out there going, oh, I've got this digital thing. I can find a fish. No, we get a little one about this big, which my kids immediately named Gerald, which
You
dies.
killed him.
I killed Gerald.
You killed him.
4, if we do catch anything other than the little tiny fish named Gerald, which is now circling the bowl. Well, actually, he just needed to go back in the water, which was fine, but he didn't have his sea breath yet, so he had to like reestablish the fact that he's in the water and it'll be fine.
No,
But
he was dead.
no, because a seagull came and ate him. And then All we catch is a starfish, and then we go back on land, and nobody's got a piece of damn sushi to save their lives. So no, in order to get sushi, you have to order it on Facebook, and a guy will come and meet you in the parking lot with a couple of bags of sushi going, is your name Biom? Yep, there you go.
So in Gudvangen, when you meet a guy in a parking lot and give him money,
He's delivering sushi. But you can't even order it because you can order it. They deliver, yes, but do you know how much they would charge you just to drive 40 minutes out and 40 minutes back to give you your sushi? More than the sushi itself, and it's not cheap. So this was kind of nice. They're like, oh, anybody who wants to order sushi, we're going to be driving it for free to Gudvangen, but you have to meet us at this spot at 5 o'clock on this day and pick up your sushi. Otherwise, you...
I have to say that the Japanese
Small
person
town living.
who discovered that I can make more money on my fish by not cooking it is a fucking genius.
It's so good. And not getting sick either, by the way. It's good. Sushi in Gudvangen, cold sardines on crisp
Salmon on
bread.
sushi, that was our idea.
Stormin. Huh?
That probably was, yeah.
Salmon was our idea. We're the ones who introduced it.
What did the Japanese use originally? Carp or something?
I don't know. I think we just started using salmon and then like.
They use salmon, they use cod, use...
Yeah, but we're the reason for salmon.
Oh, we're the reason for salmon. Well, Norway's got a lot of salmon, so that you'd think would be a little cheaper. You can use shrimp, you can use all kinds of stuff.
Why would you expect
Sandy says, I found out that's funny,
Norwegian to
being
be
out in a
cheap,
rural
woman?"
area is relate. Yeah. But then we also had like the strawberries. There's a farmer that is trying to get rid of the rest of his strawberries. It's at the end of the season, so it's was it 6 kilos in that case that I showed you anyway in the box. And he said, I'm selling them off. We have to pick them for you anyway. We put them in the box and you have to let me know a day ahead of time and I will have them pre-picked and ready to go. And you can come out and pick them up and then it's a 400 kroner, I think is what it was. Although I gave someone a little bit extra because they were driving out to get some for themselves. And now we have a crap ton of strawberries. But yeah, no, small town living. Anyway, your auto translation makes some funny choices, Karin. Yeah, it does. Nikki's here. She says, I will take you over to the dark side because Sandy said that she's tried crochet before, but it's been a long time ago, but hasn't tried Nalbinding. It's the concept of Nalbinding, or of crochet in a spiral, and you increase and decrease in much the same way, but that's where it ends. So somebody with crochet and knitting background, in my opinion, will have a better concept of how to construct a 3D object. But it's going to be like teaching an old dog new tricks. You have to sit there and say, no, you don't do it. You have to do it this way. Whereas somebody who's never done any needlebinding, any knitting or crochet before, and then tries to do needlebinding will probably pick it up a little bit faster, but they will struggle more when it comes to constructing an item.
Very often when I guide old ladies in the village, when I get to needlebinding and I explain what it is, it's like you make this spiral of knots, blah blah blah. They go, oh, so it's crochet. And since I kind of know what needlebinding is, and I have not the foggiest clue what crochet is,
Crochet is a hook.
My answer has always been to show them the needle and go, yeah, but there is no hook on this needle.
That's the
you kind of
easiest way,
make the knot around your thumb. So I'm just hoping that answer is somewhat correct.
That's a crochet hook. Needlebinding doesn't have a hook. Is it cold? Oh, if only we had somebody fire starting over here. Okay, so Karl's getting skinnier. The cats are stealing Cecilia's leftover sushi. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm now slurring my words together, and I didn't even have any alcohol for this. And Cecilia's freezing.
Which
so we
means
should probably
that
go.
she wants to end this YouTube sending so she can yell at me to make a fire. Mm-hmm. Because apparently the American is flammable.
Mm-hmm. No, you want me to cook for you, bitch? You have to heat me. Karin, go eat. And then I see there's a, but read in the chat on there too. The reduce the pain for carpal tunnel makes needlebinding better. And then, yeah, you can see. But anyway, okay, we'll keep telling you more about the needlebinding festival as we go. But, and I have to make this monkey for my kid. I will have to buy the pattern.
It's not with the clothes because I want a naked.
Yeah, but they had somebody who made it without the kids. And Carl's just laughing because I'm still online. See, there we found what the monkey looks like without.
I'm laughing because your daughter wants a naked monkey.
She wants a naked money, yeah, a monkey.
Or you can make it circus clothes because.
Or we can make circus clothes. Oh, these are kind of cute what people have made with these anyway. But I have to make this thing for her now. Notice this is not Nalbinding. This is crochet.
Yes.
My kid wants me to go back to the dark side. There's another naked one. Okay, so I have to go make this thing now. All right. Say goodbye, Karl. Saturday, 7 o'clock. I don't think we have it.
Oh no, it's sort of cute. Just kind of looks cute.
That's how somebody chose to make it, but it all depends on the size needle and everything they're doing. Okay, bye. It is cute. Okay, next Saturday, probably 7 o'clock. Okay, bye.